Thunder. Here we go. First round of 80 seconds. Begin. Now, both teams have had a great showing yesterday, and they're going into this playoff round with some wins in their belt and some experience as well. But it seems that Team Left already has their name on the scoreboard. 1 point with just 1 minute left. Now, Team Thunder Triples have to start getting their shots in, and of course they have to start getting their points up on the board because they're now trailing behind 2 points to the Team Leftover with just under 45 seconds left in the game. Now, it's not an easy task because not only do they have to start shooting and giving themselves the right aim to get the points scored, but they also have to keep dodging the fireballs that's coming, or dodgeballs that's coming their way as well. And for this instance, Team Leftovers are doing a great job in getting all their shots at a high accuracy rate. Look at that, player number 2 with 39.3% hit rate. That's a pretty good KD rate. And now they're up 5 points to 32 with 20 seconds left in the game. Now, Team Triple Leftovers, you guys have to catch up a bit because you are now 15 seconds left behind with 4 points deficit. And you got to make sure that your points don't have that much of a difference. You are going to round 2. If not, you got a lot of catching up to do. But we're down now to 6 points with 5 seconds left in the game. 5 points deficit. And of course, a first win, first round for Team. Great job, Team Leftovers. Now, they have just won with an 8-3 score, which means right now they actually have a 5-point advantage lead over Team Triple Thunder. And going to the second round, 80 seconds, Triple Thunder, they have to score more than 5 points. They have to win by a margin of more than 5 points in order to take the win for this game. If not, then we're going to have Team Leftovers moving on to the second round of the playoffs. And of course, one of them has to go down to the loser's pool. So we're going to do a final check, one last final equipment check before we start our second 80-second round for the first game of this Youth Cup playoffs. Let's check with them. Triple Thunder, if you're good, give me a thumbs up. Leftovers good, give me a thumbs up. We're all good. Let's get it. Here we go. Round number 2. 80 seconds. Triple Thunder going into this round with a 5-point deficit. They have to win this round by more than 5 points, 6 points to be exact, if they want to continue in the Winners League onto the next game. Now both teams taking their time to slowly take their shots because they know they don't want to keep themselves open while they're actually getting their aim right to hit their opponents and getting that point that they need. Now as you can see, they're moving all around the arena. Now this is a 10 by 10 meter arena. It's best to move around all the time. You have to keep your shots clean, dodging every single ball. And it seems that Team Leftovers are in amassing their first 2 points. Now add that up to the 5-point lead in the first round. They are now a 7-point lead ahead of Team Triple Thunder with just 38 seconds left in the game. They're just making the margin wider right now with another 4-point lead, making them a 9-point lead advantage, a 10-point lead advantage going into the last 26 seconds of the game. Now, Triple Thunder, they have to do a lot of catching up to do because right now they are trailing by 11 points. In fact, 11 points of now, it's 10 points into the last 13 seconds. If they don't catch up now, we're going to see Team Leftovers moving on to the second game of the tournament. Who is it going to be? Well, it's hard to say, but right now, it's definitely going to be Team Leftovers with the win, with a huge 9-point win over 2 rounds over Team Triple Thunder. Great job. Let's give a big hand to Team Leftovers, people. First win, moving on to round 2 of the playoffs. And of course, Team Triple Thunder, you guys did a great job. But don't worry, don't go anywhere yet. You are going down to the losers bracket, so there's still one more chance to go up again. All right? So take a break. We will start the losers bracket later on. And right now, congratulations to Team Leftovers. Team Leftovers, you're closer. Congratulations, guys. You are 1 step away from getting closer to the big prize. So good luck to you. Have a break. I'll see you soon. Now, we're going to go into the next game of the playoffs. And let's schedule again. We're going to have Team Uwu playing against Team NWO. So let's get both teams ready with their equipment. And of course, we're going to be starting the match in a short while. And of course, for the rest of the teams, don't forget, get onto HADO Connect, download the app via iOS or the Apple Store, the App Store or the Play Store, and make sure you are connected online. Now, we've got our viewers and our fans watching live on Facebook and on YouTube. So if your friends at home watching, tell them to come down and give you their support because it's going to be the day that somebody's going to walk away with $1,500 worth of cash. And of course, some prizes along with it. So once again, thank you so much, AXA, for sponsoring the prizes. Thank you, IMDA, for having us here at this year's Digital Wonderland. And I'm not going to take up this spot. We've got Team Uwu in the red corner. In the blue corner, playing against Team NWO in the red corner, starting very soon. Now, here's another reminder to all the teams taking part in the playoffs. Now, please do remember, once you have keyed in your stat points onto your wrist sensor, try not to touch it anymore because that might just cancel your early entry into the system. And another point is that try not to stay too close to the backdrop because that's where they might not even detect you as you're going too far away. So try to come in front a bit and try not to go too far back because some players just get too excited, they fall back, and the whole backdrop falls back with them. So that's true, that's been done before. So let's have a good game. We're going to be starting soon. We've got in the blue corner, Team Uwu, and of course, NW in the red corner, both from schools that actually have started HADO as a CCA. Can you believe it? So here we go. First round of this two-round matchup in the second playoff game between Uwu and Team NWO. Now, Team Uwu instantly on the bat, off the bat, has already amassed 2 points in just under 10 seconds in the game. 4 points already, getting the hits all on point. 5 points, in fact, with just 1 minute left in the game. Now, just a major onslaught by Team Uwu. It shows the experience that they have, but of course, right now, Team W has gotten their point on the scoreboard 1-8. With just 49 seconds more, they've got a lot of catching up to do. Now they're slowly rising up the ranks. They are reducing the deficit to just 5 points, 6 points for Team NWO. And both teams having a really interesting strategy as to how they play the game. Now, Team Uwu is just going on a huge onslaught of Team NWO with an 11-point lead right now in the last 25 seconds of the game. Well, can Team NWO slowly reduce the gap, or will they give a huge margin to Team Uwu going to the second 82nd round? They're now up ahead with a 12-point lead with just 10 seconds, 15-4. Team NW has a lot of catching up to do. Can they reduce the deficit, or will Team Uwu take home the win with a huge 10-point win over Team NW, make it 11, and they're done. Great job to both teams. Team Uwu amassing a huge 10-point lead going into round number 2. Wow. Now, it's possible. It's been done before. Even though you're down by 10 points the next round, it's been done before. It's possible. You can come back up and, of course, get that win by 11 points in the second round. But it's up to them as to how they're going to do it. In fact, it's going to be a really interesting match to see how Team NWO can actually rise up and try to amass some more points by going against Team Uwu. Now, Team Uwu, great job. They have actually a pretty good strategy in place. In fact, they are actually using the knowledge right now to the best of their use, because I see stats that's being put up as a defender, as a tanker, and of course as a sniper for some of them. So you can actually see the different roles that they play to make sure that it is actually beneficial for the whole team. Now, we're going to go into round number 2. All stats are ready. Players are ready. Team NWO going into the second round with a 10-point deficit. Team Uwu leading the game with 10 points. We're going to be starting right about now. Here we go. Round number 2, playoff game number 2. Here we go. We've got NWO in the red corner, Team Uwu in the blue corner, and of course NWO getting the first blood right now with just 5 seconds in the game. 2 points for them. They are now trying to get as many points as possible because they are now behind by 9 points. And of course they've got to score 10 points in order to win this matchup. Now, can Team Uwu hang on to that 9-point lead, or can Team NWO fight back and amass that 9 points that they need right now to win this game? Now, it's now tied at 50 seconds, 2 points apiece. Both teams are going strong against one another. All the shots are going in. As you can see, they're not much on defense. In fact, it's all about scoring the points, and they're actually evening up the match up, the play in the game because Team NWO is starting to get the lead. It's now tied 4 apiece. Team NW has to score 10 points right now, more than 10 points to win this round, but it seems that Team UWU is not going to relent. In fact, they're playing a very safe game right now, just dodging and taking time to get their shots in, and they're now tied up 6 points apiece in the last 15 seconds of the game. Will it be enough for Team NWO? Definitely not, because they need to score more than 10 points in order to win this game. Why not? It seems that Team UWU might probably take home the win with the last 3 seconds to come down. Great job by both teams. Let's give a big hand. Team UWU with the huge win with a 13-point advantage over Team NWO. But great job by Team NWO. So let's give them a big hand, everyone. They're trying to close the gap, but a bit too late. But you guys, game's not over. You will be coming on in the bracket round, losers bracket round. Well, congratulations to Team UWU, their second team to make it to the next round. Let's give them both a big round of applause, everyone. Congratulations. Now, up next, we want to get the teams from Crusher, Team Crusher, and 3 Happy Koalas to come on up. Now, we've got Team Crusher, a great dodgeball, great players from the Singapore national dodgeball team representing the team itself and coming in for the first ever dodgeball, AR dodgeball tournament, playing against 3 Happy Koalas, third runner-up in last year's Singapore World Cup qualifiers. So it's going to be a pretty tough feat for them, but like I said, you never know. We might have some up and rising stars in this HADO dodgeball arena, and they might be the ones to actually rise up on the ranks, or will the 3 Happy Koalas retain their title and of course maintain their composure and keep their win. Now it's anybody's guess as who's going to take it home. So we're going to be having the 3 Happy Koalas in the red corner, while Team Crusher, part of the Singapore national dodgeball team, will be in the blue corner. Oh wow, see, this is what you call a good advantage, because why? Because we are wearing the same shorts. Now here you go, we're going to get the equipment check. Once it's all ready, we are going to start the first 80-second round. It's going to be 2 80-second rounds. Most points amassed by a team in both rounds will go on to the next game, while the loser will go down to the losers bracket. Now, we already know that it's going to be losers bracket. Team NWO, you'll be playing against the loser of this, Triple Thunder in the losers bracket. And right now, it's going to be in the red corner, 3 Happy Koalas playing against Crusher, Thunder Triple. Playing against Team Crusher in the blue corner. Right off the bat, both teams going on strong. They try to get the first points up, because right now it's the first points up. You don't want to be playing catch up in an 80-second game, because 80 seconds might seem a bit long, but it's actually pretty fast and can get pretty tiring. Now, with the first 2 points on the board, you've got 60 seconds left in the game. We've got Team 3 Happy Koalas showing off their experience with the points amassed, and they are now having a 2-point advantage over Team Crusher. Now, Team Crusher also doing a great job closing the gap up. It's just a 2-point deficit between both teams. Now, can they hold out, or will Team Crusher rise up and, of course, give them a run for their money? It is now just a 1-point difference between both teams. Can Team Crusher score the 1 point to make it a tie and give them a run for their money? 30 seconds left. Both teams doing great. Team Crusher taking the lead for the first time, and of course going to the last 26 seconds. It's now tied again. It's anybody's game. I don't know how it's going to turn up, because we're going into the last 18 seconds, and 3 Happy Koalas have started taking their lead, a 3-point lead in just 10 seconds. Can they hold out, or can the Crusher team even up the gap, close up the gap, get some more points? It's not time to defend, it's time to shoot some more. And they got that win with a 5-point lead over the 3 Happy Koalas. Wow. Now, Team Crusher did a great job. At one point in time, you guys actually even up the score, and actually had the lead. Now, here's the tip, because once you actually get even now, once you start leading, it's not time to relent. It's not time to let go and slow down. You gotta keep going. Right, Team Crusher, you guys actually slow down a bit. That gave the other team the opportunity to keep shooting and getting that 3 points instantly in just 5 seconds, making them take the lead. Now, as I mentioned early on, in 1 second, you can get up to 2-3 points, and that could make you lose your lead and probably turn the game around. So, just another tip for all you players out there. And of course, we're going into the second round soon. Congratulations to both teams. Now, let's go. Let's get it. Second round, game number 3, HADO Youth Cup 2019. Right, let's have another equipment check and finalize all the stats and make sure that everything is all good now. Team Crusher, you guys are going in with a 5-point deficit, so you got to win by 6 points. And of course, Happy Koalas, you have that 5-point advantage, so you either hold on to that advantage or you got to score some more points. Here we go. Round number 2, 80 seconds. Anything can happen. And right off the bat, we're gonna see them just try to amass as many points as possible. Team Crusher, they need to score 6 points or more to get this game and to go on to round number 2. And right now, both teams are even with 2 points in seconds of 20 seconds of the game itself. Now, can Team Crusher get more points to overcome this obstacle in the name of the Happy Koalas, or will they succumb to the experience that the Happy Koalas are actually showing right now? The score is now 4 points to 3, just a 1-point difference. That makes it a 6-point difference. 6-point difference for Team Crusher to actually get. And of course, they have to score more than 5 points right now if they want to win this game altogether. It's now 6 points to 5. Still 1 more point trading behind, making it a 6-point lead for Team 3 Happy Koalas. 28 seconds more to go. It's tied up. It's time to get some more scoring on the board, people. And right now, it seems that Happy Koalas do not want to relent. They're not going to give Team Crusher an easy time. They want to take that easy win. They want to take a confirmed win. And they're not going to relent their lead right now. It's still a 1-point lead for the 3 Happy Koalas. Just 8 seconds left in the game. Can they pull back a couple more points? Can Team Crusher do it in 3 seconds? Or will Team Koala also take round 2 and take the game? Winner, Team 3 Happy Koalas with a 6-point win over Team Crusher. Team Crusher did a great job in the second round and losing by just a 1-point deficit. Now, do you guys realize now there's a certain pattern between the games that we've seen earlier on? If you start losing a lot of points in your first round, it is hard to play catch up in round number 2. So my tip is try to not get as many points scored. Try to just reduce the deficit if you lose in the first round so that it's easier for you to play catch up in round number 2. Right? But we're going to go into our fourth game. We've got Lost Grass in Japan playing against Citizens in game number 4 in round 1 of the 16 top team playoffs in this year's Youth Cup. So once again, for those who just came, welcome down to this year's HADO Youth Cup 2019, brought to you by HADO Singapore. And of course, thank you IMDA for having us here. We want to thank AXA for sponsoring all the prizes, up to almost $10,000 worth in cash and prizes as well. And we've got the next 2 teams up ready in their first game of the playoffs. We've got Team Citizens in the red corner playing against Team Lost Grass in Japan in the blue corner. And right now, we've got both teams from yesterday's games. And of course, we're going to be starting right now. We got Lost Grass in Japan in the blue corner against Team Citizens in the red corner. Lost Grass in Japan made up of friends in the national dodgeball team. And of course, we got Team Citizens made up of schoolmates from ITE. And of course, right now, they're going to find out whether they can move on to round number 2, with Team Citizens getting their first point on the board and quickly answered by Team Lost Grass in Japan. It's now 1 point apiece with 58 seconds left in the game. Now, can they hold out, or will one of them actually just surge forward and get that win? Right now, Team Citizens with a 2-point lead. It's tied up again. They're not going to relent. In fact, players move more to the front because we don't want you to go back too far behind. It's hard to detect, especially when you're playing against another group of 3 in the arena. Now it's really close tie between both games. They're just tying up the score. It is now 4 points apiece with just half a minute more to go. Both teams playing it safe. They're not going to take unnecessary shots. But right now, Lost Grass in Japan has taken the lead. 5 points to 4. With 20 seconds left in the game, can they hold on? Or can Citizens get some points to go on and prevent them from going into round number 2 with a huge lead. Now, be careful, watch yourself. You don't want to go too far back. 10 seconds left. It's tied again. Will they tie up or will either team take the point and take home this win? 3 seconds left. It's 7-6. Can they score the final point and a win for the Lost Grass in Japan? Right off at the final 10 seconds. Wow, stressful, huh? That was a good game because we see both teams having both equal opportunity to take shots at each other. The shots were coming in. They're both on a higher alert, taking careful shots and not letting the opponent get them. It was a pretty good tie with one team answering after another. But the last 5 seconds, team Lost Grass in Japan didn't give out. And of course, they managed to get 2 more points up ahead to get this win. So now Lost Grass in Japan taking the lead with a 2-point advantage going into round 2. They're ready. It's all good. Let's start round number 2 with the blue team. Lost Grass in Japan having a 2-point lead right here going into the second round. Now, can they hold on 2 points? Not much of a big lead, but of course, they can hold out to it. They're going to move on to the next round of this Youth Cup Playoffs 2019. Now, once again, for those who just dropped by, welcome down. You're witnessing our first ever Youth Cup, made up of 33 teams of youth aged between 13 to 25, all taking part to be crowned this year's Youth Cup champion. Of course, we've got prizes amassing up to $10,000 worth in cash and prizes. And we're now watching game number 4, another qualified game in this playoffs to go into the next round. Now, we've got Citizens with 3 points. They are now tied with Lost Grass in Japan. And can Lost Grass in Japan get some more points to maintain their 2-point lead? But it seems that right now Citizens is in the lead. It's been overturned. The Citizens now have a 3-point lead in the game. Going to the last 25 seconds of the game. Can Lost Grass in Japan make up for lost time and lost points? Or will Citizens take away this win in the second round? They've got a 4-point lead, which means right now they are in the lead with 2 points. It's turned. The tables have turned. 3-point lead for Team Citizens with less than 10 seconds more to go. 6 seconds. Can the Lost Grass Japan pull back another 2 more points to make it even? Or will they reland? It's game over. Wow. What a comeback by Team Citizens. Yeah, they just won $100. No, I'm just kidding. Look at that. Like I said early on, it's possible. A small comeback. They were in the lead with 2 points in round 1, but these boys came back and managed a 4-point win over Team Lost Grass Japan. But great job. Let's give both teams a round of applause. Lost Grass Japan, they're going to be moving on to the losers pool. Citizens will be moving on to the next round of the playoffs as well. Congratulations to both teams. Very exciting match. Like I said, it's always best to watch a team come back from a losing point and of course come back up again to take home the win. And it's anybody's game, 80 seconds, anything can happen. So let's find out what's going to happen in the next matchup. We've got HADO You Win playing against Peppy Hands. All right, Peppy Hands are not here. We need to get Mesners. Mesners, where you at, Mesners? Mesners, they're going to be playing against BTG. Now, BTG are our current Singapore HADO champion. They won last year's HADO World Cup qualifiers and they were sent to Japan to represent the country. Did a great job. And these guys, well, they're a force to be reckoned with. So we're going to find out whether they will take home the title again this year or will there be another rising star to take away or wrest the title away from their hands. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup. We're going to have the current reigning Singapore champions, Team BTG, in the red corner, taking against up newcomers from the blue team, Team Mesnes. Here we go. As you can see, we've got Team BTG, our current champions, in the blue corner. And we have our up-and-comers new team, the underdogs, in the red corner, Team Mesnes. Now, we've got the experienced players against our newcomers. Can actually see how they're going to be faring against our current world champions. Now, let's give both teams a round of applause. Let's give them the support. Team Mesnes in the red corner. Let's give them a big hand, everybody. Good luck, guys. And of course, Team BTG in the blue corner. Let's give them a big hand. And we're going to be starting once all the equipment is ready. And we're going to have a great fourth matchup in this playoffs for today's Youth Cup finals. Now, both teams ready? They're all good. We're good. And let's go. Let's get it. Here we go. Game number 4. BTG in blue against Mesnes in red. 82nd round, first round. Off we go. Now, straight off the bat, we've got Team BTG just immediately getting 1 point right off the start. And Team Mesnes also getting 1 point on the scoreboard as well. Now, it's not an easy task to actually get a point against Team BTG, but Mesnes are doing a great job by getting that 1 point on the scoreboard. But Team BTG showing their supremacy, showing the experience right now, going up ahead 5 points to 2. Now, it's 6 points to 2, a 4-point lead in favor of BTG. 8 points to 2, 50 seconds more to go. Now, can they hold on, or are they gonna teach this new up-and-comers a lesson in HADO? Because right now, BTG is just taking the time off to slowly go and take the shots in. It is now 13 points to 2. That is what experience is all about, people. We have our current champions going in with a 13-point lead. We're under 30 seconds left. A 14-point lead, 15 points. It's just going in. It's Mesnes. They have to keep shooting and getting the shots in. They have to get all the points in. Right now, there's a huge 16, 17-point gap in the last 10 seconds of the game. Will Mesnes hold out, or will BTG just mow them down? 22 to 4, a total of, wow. Will they do it? Off the bat, it's now 23 to 4, 19-point deficit. New up-and-comers a lesson in HADO, because right now BTG is just taking the time off to slowly go and take the shots in. It is now 13 points to 2. That is what experience is all about, people. We have our current champions going in with a 13-point lead. We're under a total of 19 points up here now. That is what experience is all about. That's why they are the Singapore champions, because they know how to play the game. They know how to play themselves on the field, and they know how to strategize to get every shot count. Now, as you can see, they're taking the time off to just slowly take their aim and to slowly move around in the arena to actually get all the shots in. And Team Mesnes, they have to do something about it. They have to move a bit more rather than stay on the spot and get all the shots taken out by Team BTG. Now, going into round number 2, another 82nd round, they're now lagging behind with a 19-point deficit behind Team BTG. Now, can they close the gap? Or can Team BTG secure and confirm their place in the second round? Here we go, round number 2. And we're going to have a restart because there seems to be a technical difficulty. I think probably one of the players is not logged in, so we need to double check again. And we're going to restart this matchup. And before this start, let's give both teams a round of applause, everybody. Come on, let's give them a big hand. Good luck to both teams. Good luck to Team Mesnes against BTG. And time out, we're going to restart again. Restart not yet. Now, this program was brought to you by HADO Singapore. Advertisement break. Right? Now let's put our hands together and welcome and thank our sponsors, EXA, for actually sponsoring the prizes up to $10,000 worth of cash and prizes. And just in case you don't know what the prizes are, for those of you just drop by and join us, first place, they're going to bring home $1,500 in cash. Real cash. I've seen it. All $50 note in one envelope. Wow. Huh? And of course, they're going to bring home also 3 Apple Watches as well for the first team. Second team bringing home $1,000 in cash, as well as 3 GoPro Hero 7 cameras. Absolutely free. Not bad, huh? Third place, $500 in cash. and 3 Bose wireless headphones. And 4th place, they're each gonna bring home a Google Home Mini worth $17 each. So not so bad. And of course, on top of that, we've got our top 3 teams going to the Singapore-Malaysia League competition happening here in June and in August. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have 3 teams go up to Malaysia and KL in June, facing off the 3 top KL teams. And then coming back to Singapore in the Sports Hub in August to have our home leg match. So we're going to be restarting the game between both teams. Once it's ready, we're going to start off. And of course, right now, we've got Team BTG. Let's talk to Team BTG in a while. I need to talk to you guys. Come here. I know he's always the appointed spokesman for BTG. Bro, how are you doing? Now, it seems that on a whole different level, you guys have come prepared mentally and physically as well. Now, I didn't see you guys wear this last year. I didn't see them wear this last year. So why the idea? Was it something you picked up from the World Cup?
Yeah, the Japanese were, very acrobatic. They were, going all over the place. They were on the floor. So what we thought was, we can actually use this strategy against themselves. And it kind of worked for a while. Then I think the Japanese were just too good. So.
Right now, we weren't there in the World Cup in Japan. So we want to know, like, let's say, for example, you are now at level 5. How high were the Japanese level, the world champion?
I'd say 100.
Really? Wow. And why? Do you know why? Is it because they practice? I heard they practice every day.
Yeah, the HADO scene in Japan was very, very intense. Like they will actually practice all day, all night. They have like little communities that actually come together. It's more of a family clan thing as well. Like they're fighting for honor as well.
You never know, huh? Jasper from HADO, you never know. You might be the first professional HADO eSport players to come in. And of course, we're going to show you a video of what happened in last year's World Cup finals in Japan. Right? While we're getting our equipment ready, this is what happened in Japan last year. Look at that. This is the final match in Japan. And the winner, this is against BTG. Our boys, let's give them a big hand. Come on, people. Our boys represented Singapore last year. They went into the game against Team Anatsuchi. Let's see how they did.
Please shake hands each other. そしてパラメータの設定をお願いします。時間は20秒となっています。Please set the parameter in 20 seconds. さあパラメータ設定の時間に入りましたけれども、ミスさん、BTG の選手なんですが、だいぶこう若そうにも見えますよね。
一応社交ダンスをやられているというような話を聞きましたけれども、でも足すごいんですよね。遅くて。
This was last December in Japan, and of course this was BTG's first matchup in the Japan World Cup Finals. So we actually can see how they played and how they fared against our Japanese counterparts as well.
膝当てちゃんとしてますからね。こういうの大事ですよ。
そうですね。ガードもしっかりと
踊ってる。膝つきやすいんですね、あれしてるとね。
それでは参りたいと思います。
And that is the Japanese version of me.
Fight! グループ C の第2試合です。
And these are the boys, and of course, look at the Japanese players. They're going all around and just jumping up and down, keeping their body low, flexible. Our boys did a pretty good job in the first round, and of course, doing their best to get the points on the board. But look at how the Japanese play. They actually have a pretty good strategy as well. The boys did a great job by keeping up with the Japanese in the first round. They actually got the lead in the first round as well.
シールドは特段強くないので、いかにこう早く壊すかというのが大事ですね。
As you see, it was pretty intense. The fighting went really close. They did a great job. Still took the lead. It's a great time for them to watch their own match and of course to see an own in-depth analysis of their gameplay. And just like that, look at the Japanese. They kept low. They got their points. They went up ahead.
伸びがどうなるかですね。
ただこの辺りは BTG 非常にいいフットワークを見せています。はい。しっかりと相手のエナジーボールを
The Japanese are all around. They're like on every inch of the floor, and that's how they managed to get so many points scored against the opposing team. Like we don't see players just jumping up and they were like jumping up and down and just rolling on the floor. Look at that. That's how the pros play, and that's how intense it was. Japanese team on Atsushi with a 5-point lead in the last 5 seconds, and they held that all the way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the first time BTG ever lost. first loss ever.
ウィナーチームアナツシ。
結構序盤はでも割とアナスヒヤヒヤする感じだったように見えましたね。
グループ C の第2試合。
And we're back to our fourth playoff game right now against Team BTG, our current world champions, current Singapore world champions, playing against our team Messness, a brand new up-and-coming team. And they're going to round number 2 with a 19-point lead right now. The blue team is going in with a 19-point lead. Let's give them an applause, everybody. Come on, support both teams. Let's give them our support because they're going to be having a good matchup in the second round. And let's see whether or not Team Messness can catch out to the 19-point deficit of our team BTG. Just keep going and have a clear path all the way through the finals. Now, BTG off the bat straight away, off 20 seconds in the game, 3 points already on the board, adding on to that 19 points, 6 points to nothing. They already have 25 points amassed. It's very hard to actually catch up to them right now, but it's still not impossible yet. We still have got 45 seconds more to go in the game. And right now they're leading 8 points to 0, a 27 point. Finally, a point up on the board by Team Messness with that 1 point. Well, right now they're trying their best to score as many points as possible and not get hit. It seems that Team Messness is doing a pretty good job of not giving them a huge scoreline as well. It's not 15-1. Can they hold out? It's going to be 20 seconds left in the game soon with Team BTG right now an 18-1 lead. Now that's 17 points, 19 points in the first round. That's a lot of points. Last 10 seconds. Can they hold on? BTG right now clearly on their way to round number 2. They're showing you why they are the current Singapore champions and well-deserving game. Great job for both teams. Let's give a round of applause to Messness in the red corner for putting up a pretty good fight. And of course, Team BTG, our current Singapore champions. Now, as you can see, the difference is really on a higher level. But Team Messness, don't worry, you are now still in the tournament. You're going down to the losers bracket. You can slowly make your way up in the next games to go. But congratulations to Team BTG. Let's give them a big hand, everyone. Our next team to move on to round number 2. So we've got some confirmed games in round number 2. In round 2, we're going to have Team Leftovers playing against Team Ooh from ITE College West. I got that right. College West, make some noise, College West. Yeah. Wow. And of course, they're going to be playing against Team Leftovers from the Singapore Dodgeball team. Dodgeball teams, make some noise. You don't sound so confident right now. I'm just kidding. But of course, we've also got our current third place winners from last year's World Cup. The 3 happy koalas going to round number 2 with Citizens. A brand new team up and coming, doing a great job as well. Citizens, make some noise, come on. Big round of applause for Team Citizens and the 3 happy koalas, also known as Gas. All right, now, BTG, well, you're going to be waiting to see whether or not you're going to be playing against either HADO You Win or Pepe Hands. If I'm not mistaken, BTG has played HADO You Win before last year. They played them before, so it's going to be a return. HADO You Win, you guys are back again. Let's make some noise for the boys for HADO You Win. You guys are going in later on to play against Pepe Hands. All right now we are going to be having Fasting Monkeys. So my people from Fasting Monkeys, a Singapore national dodgeball team. Let's make some noise for the Fasting Monkeys, people. They're going to take the stage in the blue corner, playing against Galatian in the red corner. First time in the tournament, our 3 lovely girls over here. Let's make some noise for Galatian, everyone. They told me yesterday, the name not we come up with, the GM gave them the name. It was Girl Nation, Galatian. Very creative, GM. But of course, they're now in the playoffs as well. And this is what's going to happen. Right now, once we're done with all the first round playoffs, as well as the losers bracket playoffs, we're going to go for a 30-minute break. Right? And then after that, all the round 2 players will be coming back to continue round number 2. And during this 30-minute break, there's going to be a GM challenge where some of you can walk away with some free movie tickets as well. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. And of course, for those who just came, a very good morning to all of you. This is our first ever Singapore Youth Cup brought to you by HADO Singapore. We've had 33 teams sign up since yesterday. Right now, we are left with the top 16 and down to the playoff matches to see who's going to go home with the top prize of $1,500. And of course, 3 Apple Watches. But that's not going to be the only prize that they're going to get. In fact, we've got prizes totaling up to $10,000 brought to you and sponsored by AXA. And we're going to start game number 1, round 1 of the game between Fasting Monkeys in blue against Galatian in red. Here we go. 80 seconds. Game begins. Both teams, actually, Fasting Monkeys do have an experience because they took part last year in the World Cup qualifiers. And they're back with a vengeance this time around. And they're trying their luck to see whether or not they can pull off that win against Galatian, a first-time team in this tournament and in the HADO scene as well. Well, it shows that right now we've got Fasting Monkeys with a 1-point lead over Galatian with just 55 seconds left in the game. Can they hold out, or will the girls actually come back and give them a run for their money? But just running up ahead, we've got Team Fasting Monkeys with a 5-point lead with 40 seconds left in the game. Where are the supporters of Fasting Monkeys? Make some noise, come on. Oh, and of course, let's give some support for the girls from Galatian. Come on, girls, you can do it. Let's bring them up. And of course, we got 30 seconds left in the game for the girls to catch up to that 5-point lead by Team Fasting Monkeys. Right now, Fasting Monkeys with a pretty good hit rate. And right now, it seems that all of them are actually getting the shots in pretty well, with every team member at least scoring 1 point for the team. And down to the last 10 seconds, Fasting Monkeys is now having a 7-point lead against Galatians 3 points. Now, can they cut the deficit, or will they let Fasting Monkeys go off with a huge lead right now of up to 8 points? Great job, big round of applause to both teams, and the first win to Fasting Monkeys with a 12-4 point score. Now, Fasting Monkeys will go into round number 2 with an 8-point lead with a pretty good hit rate of up to almost 42% on the opposing players. And right now, they're all gonna make sure that the equipment is set again for round number 2 and all reset. And right now, so on the screen, you can see, thank you, AXA, for sponsoring all our prizes as well. All the cash money, all the wearables, all the GoPro cameras, all brought to you, and main sponsor, AXA. Thank you so much. Now, we're gonna go into round number 2 for this 4th matchup in the playoffs for today's Youth Cup Finals. We've got Fasting Monkeys in the blue corner going into round 2 with an 8-point lead over Team Galatian. First time girls in the tournament right now in the red corner. So we're going to be starting soon, so don't go anywhere. We are starting in approximately 10 seconds from now. Right now, we are now 50 seconds in the game. Of course, we've got Team Fasting Monkeys with a huge onslaught of points right now, just amassing all the points, a 6-point lead for them going to the last 35 seconds. And of course, adding on to the lead that they had early on. Well, if they take this win, they're gonna go on to round number 2 as the next contender to play in the playoff finals for this year's Youth Cup. Now, right now, with 23 seconds left in the game, Fasting Monkeys still in the lead with 5 points, 6 points in this game against Galatians 1. Can they hold on to that lead, or will Galatian make a quick turnaround and make a comeback like as we witnessed in the earlier matchup between Team Crusher and Team... What's that team again? I forgot. Because right now, down to the last second, it's obvious. We've got Team Fasting Monkeys moving on to the second round of the playoffs. And of course, a great job to the girls in Galatian. Let's give the girls a big round of applause, everyone. Come on. Congratulations, girls. You still are in the tournament. You will be playing the losers bracket later on, so don't go anywhere else. But of course, big hand to the Fasting Monkeys in blue, people. Oh, return match, huh? Last year it was pretty upset. This time you guys did well. So, part of the national dodgeball team. Wait, don't go lah. I know you can talk very well, so I know she can talk a lot. All right, so You guys are part of the Singapore national dodgeball team, right?
Yeah.
So is this off season for the Singapore national dodgeball team?
Not really. We're actually preparing for the Asia Dodgeball Championships in Hong Kong in October this year.
Wow. Well, no.
We actually had training yesterday in the morning, and then after training, we just came down here to like support you guys.
So you're complaining now? But of course, as you can see, the national dodgeball team is coming up. When I was young, dodgeball played hantam bola in school only. And after cannot. Now they actually went to the States last year for the World Cup. You guys are going to Hong Kong. Good luck to the Singapore national dodgeball team, people. Let's give them a round of applause. You got our support. Thank you so much. And of course, congratulations to you guys for moving on to round number 2. Now up next, we've got Team Fancy going against Team Cyber. Oh, Fancy. Well, the whole family is here, huh? Make some noise, Team Fancy. Come on, Team Fancy, make some noise. And of course, we've got Team Cyber Hunter from ITE College West as well. Right? College West, right? Yes? All right. Let's give them a big hand, everybody. Team Cyber Hunter from ITE College West. Now, as you can see, we've got some schools right now from ITE. Yesterday, we had from Jurong West Secondary School. Some of the schools actually have started adopting HADO as a form of CCA. Now, we used to think that eSports, e-gaming is just a stagnant game where you just sit down, plonk yourself on your seats. The only things moving are your fingers and your hands on the mouse and keypad. But it's different from now because being the first non-sedentary esport, HADO is introducing the fact that now we can enjoy all the benefits and all the excitement, all the joy from playing a digital game, but out on a real playing field that induces you to actually move around and also exercise a lot. Now, if you want to know more, well, just come down to our website and take a look at what HADO is all about. And as a matter of fact, why is our current champion so good at this game? Because they are very nimble. They're all dancers, dance sports, right? Part of dance sports, which is why they have all the moves, all the flexibility. Later on, show me the Rumba while you're doing it. Just for me, just for me. I just want to see you one time. Right, and of course, we're going to go into our 4th matchup. In fact, this is going to be the second last game, the 7th matchup between Team Fancy right now in the blue corner playing against Team Cyber Hunter in the red corner. Now, one of them will move on to face Whoa, wait. If Cyber Hunter wins, Fancy wins, they're going to be facing off against Family in round number 2. Oh, interesting, huh? Fasting monkeys. But of course, if they don't, we're going to watch Team Cyber Hunters from ITE College West go up and of course be the second team in the school to go on to round number 2. And of course, the first being Team Uwu. Congratulations, guys. We're going to be starting soon. Both teams, equipment ready? The greatest supporter, Mommy is in front, big supporter of Team Fancy. And of course, all these are siblings? No, all siblings. Wow, this is a family team, people. 5 kids, and these are 3 of them. And of course, right now, they are representing the family. So, God, if they win 1,500, how much you take? All give to Mama. Okay, fair enough. Here we go. We are ready. GM's ready. Let the games begin. Round 1. Blue team. We got Team Fancy, the family team, against the red team, ITE College West Cyber Hunters. 82nd game. Teams with the most points win. Now both teams out of the bat. Wow, getting the first point on team. We got Team Fancy right now. Now it's always advantageous to get the first point scored because you don't want to be playing catch up in this 82nd game. It can be get really quick, really fast. And of course, Cyber Hunters answering the call with another point of their own. Very matched up. 50. Both teams with 2 points. Can either team take that advantage and score that one winning point in the end? You never know. It's anybody's guess as to who's going to take it home. But right now in the last 40 seconds, both teams are still tied at 2 points apiece. And if it's still tied at the end of the round, we're going to go into sudden overtime, sudden death. Right now, wow. 1 point by Fantasy, immediately answered back by Team Cyber Hunter. 30 seconds left, 3 points still in the matchup. Both teams evenly matched up. This is like the finals, people. And of course, Team Cyber Hunter taking the lead right now with the 1 point advantage. Can Team Fancy even up, get one more point to get on the board and tie it up? Last 15 seconds, get all your shots in, people. Come on, keep shooting. Team Cyber Hunters with the 2 point lead in the last 10 seconds. 3 point lead. Can they maintain the lead or can Team Fancy get some more points to slow down and of course close the gap up? But right now it's down to Team Cyber Hunters. With nobody's guess as to who's going to take it home. But right now in the last 40 seconds, both teams are still tied at 2 points apiece. And if it's still tied at the end of the round, we're going to go into sudden overtime, sudden death. Right now, wow. 1 point by Fantasy, immediately answered back by Team Cyber Hunter. 30 seconds left, 3 points still in the matchup. Both teams evenly match up. This is like the finals, people. And of course, Team Cyber Hunter taking the lead right now with a 1 point advantage. Can Team Fancy even up, get 1 more point to get on the board and tie it up? Last 15 seconds, get all your shots in, people. Come on, keep shooting. Team Cyber Hunters with the 2 point lead in the last 10 seconds. 3 point lead. Can they maintain the lead, or can Team Fancy get some more points to slow down and of course close the gap up? But right now it's down to Team Cyber Hunters in this game. Win by 5 points and take the win altogether. Here we go, round number 2. Team Fancy against Team Cyber Hunters. I'm going to take my first row seat. Now Team Fancy going into this round with a 4 point deficit. And off the bat, Cyber Hunter with 1 point immediately for them. Now they're going up as well, still a 1 point lead in this round, making it a 5 point lead in total. Right now they're just surging ahead with a 3 point lead over Team Fancy. Now Team Fancy has to do a bit more scoring right now. You got to shoot a bit more to get as many points as possible. Now, don't just stand around. You got to make sure your shots are just going and getting as many points as possible, because right now they're still behind by 2 points, adding on to that 4 points, a 6 point lead. Now they've managed to get up again. Of course, they now need to take the lead and try to overcome that 4 point deficit. Now down to 3 points. They need to score 4 more points to take this home, but Team Cyber Hunters are answering back with another point of their own, making it a 6-all tie with just 26 seconds left. Team Cyber Hunters now taking the lead with just 1 point difference between both of them right now in round number 2. But of course, adding up to the first round score, it is now a 6 point lead in favor of Team Cyber Hunters. But of course, Team Fancy, you're not going to give up yet. Come on, Team Fancy. Last 10 seconds. Make some noise, people. Come on, they can do it. Can they do it? Can they catch up? Or are they going to relent and give the points away to Team Cyber Hunters, taking the win with an 8 point overall score? 10 seconds. Make some noise, people. Come on, they can do it. Can they do it? Can they catch up? Or are they going to relent and give the points away to Team Cyber Hunters, taking the win with an 8 point West Team Cyber Hunters with the win. Let's give them a big hand, everybody. Congratulations, you guys are going up to the next spot, and you're going to be playing against Fasting Monkeys in round number 2. Now, we're going to go for our last game in the first round of this HADO playoffs for the Youth Cup, and it's going to be How Do You Win? Another experienced team, an upcoming very young team, talented team, and they're going to be playing against Peppy Hands, a brand new team in their first tournament ever. So once they're done with this game, we're going to go straight into the losers bracket, losers round, before going for a 30-minute break. So all the teams that are in the losers bracket, please do not go anywhere. We're going to go straight into your games after this. Good luck to all of you. You still have that one more chance to go back into the tournament and to be one of the teams to walk away with a grand prize of $1,500 in cash. Now, once again, for those who just arrived and joining us for the first time at this year's HADO Youth Cup. Now, in case you're wondering what HADO is all about, well, we are combining AR technology with sports and physical exercise to bring up this amazing game conceived in Japan just because of one man's dream of wanting to be a superhero when he grew up. It's true. Now, the original founder of HADO in Japan, well, when he was a kid, he actually dreamt of being a superhero, of wanting to have superpowers, and what way to become a superhero than other than being in a computer game. And of course, just being in a computer game, immersing yourself in a VR environment is just not enough. So he added AR technology to his idea and came up with HADO, where you can actually emulate a superhero with fireballs coming out of your hands and shooting opponents in a physical environment with the digital elements added in as well. So this is a new breakthrough in eSports, a brand new non-sedentary gaming that everyone can actually take part. And as I mentioned earlier on, it is open to anyone and everyone to try. We've got our open arena over there. So many people just waiting to try and having fun at our HADO Open Arena. And right here we have our first ever Youth Cup, where we've got youths from the age of 13 to 25, and we're going to be starting our last. And right now, 5 seconds more, it's almost a tie, 7 points, it's now a tie. Will they hold on? But how do you win? Has got their final point. Can Pepe Hands get their 1 point? No! Wow! And right now, 5 seconds more, it's almost a tie, 7 points, it's now a tie. Will they hold on? But how do you win? Has got their final point. Can Pepe Hands get their 1 point? No! Wow! Quick. The game can be turned around easy, but then again, it is now just a 1 point difference. So anything can happen in round number 2. So all they need to do, Pepe Hands, is to win round number 2 by more than 1 point. They have to win the game or make sure that it's a tie for them to take home this win. Now let's see whether or not Pepe Hands doing a great job. How do you win? Having a pretty hard time actually trying to get that win, but a well-deserved win for both teams, a well-deserved game for both teams. Let's get ready for round number 2. 1 point lead in favor of blue team. Team, how do you win? Off they go right now. It's a very, very tight matchup between both teams because How Do You Win just has a 1 point lead from the first round going to this round number 2. Right now they're adding up to their lead by getting 1 point on the board. It's a 2 point lead advantage for How Do You Win. But Pepe Hands is showing that they also have got the experience to get as many points as they can on the board as well, because they still have got 55 seconds more to get their points on the board and maybe get home this win. It's now a tie between both teams. Can Pepe Hands get that 1 point to tie it up and also go into the game having the confidence before getting that win? They're now tied again with 44 seconds left in the game, 3 apiece. Pepe Hands not relenting, going up, but immediately answered back by How Do You Win. But right now, it's actually a tie between both teams. Pepe has that one advantage right now. They're going in with 6 points to 4, 7 points to 4 with just 1 man out. And of course, we're going to continue the game. They have a huge lead right now. 3 points in favor of Pepe Hands. Can it be enough? Right now, is not enough because it's tied again. How Do You Win came back up again with another 13 points in lead. Pepe Hands not relenting with it. So we're going to continue the game. They have a huge lead right now. 3 points in favor of Pepe Hands. Can it be enough? Right now, is not enough because it's tied again. How Do You Win? Is not enough because it's tied again. How Do You Win came back up again with another 13 points in lead. Pepe Hands not relenting with it. So we're going to continue the game. They have a huge lead right now. 3 points in favor of Pepe Hands. Can it be enough? Right now, is not enough. Right now, wow. That was an intense matchup. Both teams doing really great. How Do You Win just managed to you guys managed to just escape by a thin thread. Yeah, guys, come here, buddy, come here. I know, you're very stressed, huh? Your leg all nung already, right? Nung already. So what's your name, buddy? What's your name? Wen Xiang. Catch your breath, Wen Xiang. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Now, was that stressful?
Yes,
Why was it stressful?
because they started off very strong.
So you guys had to play catch up, right? But you guys didn't relent. Yeah, this is the power of youth people. You don't get tired until bell ring and then okay, die already, right? But great job, guys. You guys did well. Let's give a big round of applause to How Do You Win, people. Going into round number 2 with that very, very narrow win over Pepe Hands. Now, another word of advice. Now, players, before you go in, make sure all your equipment is working and functioning properly. Because once you start, if anything doesn't work, we're not going to restart the game. We are going to continue all the way to the end. Now, we've got all our first round teams already moving on to round number 2. And we're going to go down to the losers bracket right now. And starting off with the losers bracket to give them one more chance to go up to the winners bracket and to bring them closer to maybe bringing home the Youth Cup. Now, we've got our first team up. We've got Thunder Triples playing against Team NWO right now. Both teams within the same age group, I think between 13 to 15. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup to see both teams trying their best to get that spot into the next round and probably going up to maybe going to the finals as well. But once we are done with the losers bracket, we're going to go for a 30-minute lunch break, right? But during that 30-minute lunch break, we will have an open GM challenge right here for anyone. It can be all you players, it can be anybody from the general public to try and put your hand and put your skills against the GMs in a 30-minute challenge right now. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're going to start off with our first losers bracket game against Team Thunder Triples against NWO in the red corner. And we're good to start the first losers bracket game between NWO in the red corner against Team Thunder Triples in the blue corner. Now both teams, this is the last game for both teams. If they lose, they're out of the tournament. If they win, they're going to move on to the next round of the losers bracket. Now Team Thunder Triples with their first point on the scoreboard, trying their best to overcome Team NWO. And now they have 2 points for Team Thunder Triples. They're now in the lead with 2 points. Can NWO score some points to get that win right now? It's now tied, 3 apiece. Both teams doing a great job. You need to be moving around because you know what? If you're standing still, you're going to get shot on the spot. And of course, Team Thunder Triples is now getting that 4 points, 5 points ahead of NWO's 3. Right now, Thunder Triples are actually doing a great job, but NWO is answering back, and now it's a comeback. It's now tied again with the last 60 seconds of the game. Look at it, they're all playing scissor paper stone in front, huh? Very good. Now they're just matching each other with every point hit. Is it going to be the same all the way to the end, or will either team take that 1 point and take the win? It's still tied, 7 points each. Last 15 seconds in the game. Thunder Triples with their point answered immediately by NWO. Last 10 seconds, NWO taking the lead right now with 2 points ahead of Thunder Triples. Can they hold out? 10 points to 8. Will they take the first win? 11 to 8 in the last 3 seconds. We're down. First round win for Team NWO. 1 point hit. Is it going to be the same all the way to the end, or will either team take that 1 point and take the win? It's still tied, 7 points each. Last 15 seconds in the game. Thunder Triples with their point answered immediately by NWO. Last that was an interesting first round for the first loser brackets game, and right now Team NWO is in the lead with a 3-point advantage over Team Thunder Triples. So let's see whether or not they can maintain that lead, or can Team Thunder Triples make a comeback and of course win the next round by 4 points. All players, do check your equipment, get ready. I think all is good. We're going to be starting the next round very, very shortly. And we're good to go. We're going to be starting round number 2 right now between Team NWO on the red corner against Team Thunder Triples in the blue corner, and Team NWO in the lead with a 3-point advantage in the first round, going this round, feeling very confident. And of course, they have to maintain that score or maybe get a bit more to secure the spot in the second playoff game. Here we go. 80 seconds. Second game. Losers bracket number 1. Immediately off the bat, same as before. Thunder Triples always gets that first point in, but immediately answered back by Team NWO. Now they have to get more than 3 points in this game for Thunder Triples to move on to the next round. But of course, you see that they're trying their best right now. They're doing a great job. They've cut the deficit to just 1 point. 3 points in favor of Thunder Triples. NW's 1. Now, NW immediately answered back with another point of their own. And now they're back in the lead, 4 points to 3, with just 40 seconds left in the game. Now, adding on to that first round score, they are now 4 points ahead of Thunder Triples. Thunder Triples now have to score more than 5 points to win this game. But NW is now adding a bit more pressure. Another point for them, making a 5-point lead, 6-point lead, in under 25 seconds left to go in the matchup. Now, can they both do it, or will Thunder Triples make a comeback in the last 20 seconds? It seems that NW is still maintaining their lead with 9 points to 4 of 5 points plus 3 in the first round, 8-point advantage, 8-point advantage for them as well. In the last 6 seconds of the game, can they hold out and win it? They are going through to round number 2, a 7-point win for Team NWO. Congratulations, boys. Your journey is good with 9 points to 4 of 5 points plus 3 in the first round, 8-point advantage, 8-point advantage for them as well. In the last 6 seconds of the game. Definitely. Let's give one more time a big round of applause, people, to Thunder Triples. And of course, congratulations to Team NWO. You guys are moving on one more game in the losers bracket. Next up, we've got Team Crusher going up against your friends Lost Grass in Japan. One of them, only one can go through. Let's find out who it's going to be. We got Team Crusher in the blue corner, Lost Grass in Japan in the red corner, both in the first round of the losers bracket. Let's see whether or not they're going to move up and move slowly and, of course, closer towards winning their match. Now we've got two teams of friends actually playing against one another. We've got Team Lost Grass in Japan, part of the dodgeball team, together with Team Crusher, also part of the dodgeball team. So what? Is this going to be you're going to give a handicap? Is it 2-on-3? No, they're not going to give a handicap. It's going to be a fair playing ground, 3-on-3. To get the last player in, we're going to start our second playoff losers pool game to see who's going to move on to the next round. All right, we've got Lost Grass in Japan ready with their equipment, all ready to start their matchup. We're waiting for Team Crusher to put in their final inputs for their sensors. And once they're done, we're gonna start the second losers bracket game in this year's HADO Youth Cup 2019. We've got in the red corner, Lost Grass in Japan, and in the blue corner, we've got Team Crusher. Both trying to get the spot into the next round in this losers bracket. So both teams good to go. Here we go. Round 1 starting right now. Both teams with a lot at stake. Both teams want to go on to the second round. Both teams want to move on further in this tournament and wanting to continue this journey as well. And both teams, though friends, right now we are playing against one another. Their opponents, they're trying their best to get the win for their team as well. So both teams doing a great job right now. We've got the first point on the board by Team Crusher. 1 point only with just 1 minute left. Now both teams playing a very safe game, taking time to get their shots in. But right now it seems that Team Crusher's shots are a bit more accurate than that of Lost Guns Japan with that 3 points a match, 4 points with in the game. Now, Team Lost in Japan, you guys have to get more shots in because now you are being onslaught by a lot of dodgeballs coming from the blue team. So you have to send dodgeballs of your own, keep shooting and try to get the points on the board because the points matter the most. We need to see which team gets the most points in both rounds. But right now, Team Crusher is in the lead, 7 points to 1, giving them a 6-point advantage going to the final 20 seconds of the game. Now can they hold on? Because we're down to the last 15 seconds. Team Crusher just surging ahead forward with a huge 10-point lead with just 10 seconds left before Lost Guns Japan have to succumb to that relentless attack. And 9 points for Team Crusher in the lead. And game over. 11-point win over Team Lost is going to the final 20 seconds of the game. Now can they hold on? Because we're down to the last 15 seconds. Team Crusher just surging ahead forward with a huge 10-point lead with just 10 seconds left before Lost Guns Japan have to to the next game. So can Team Lost in Japan do it, or will Team Crusher hold on to that 9-point lead advantage and not give them a single breathing moment to slowly cruise in into round number 2? And once again, for those who just dropped by, welcome down. A very good afternoon to all of you. It's a lovely Sunday afternoon, and we're in the midst of our Youth Cup, the first ever inaugural Youth Cup for youths aged between 13 to 25 years old. And all these teams, all 33 of them, have started since yesterday, and we're down now to the last 16 in this playoff. Now, this is the losers bracket. Now, all these players have gone through the first round. They've dropped down to the losers bracket, and this is their final chance to continue their journey in the competition in the losers bracket. And this is round number 2, starting for Team Crusher and Lost in Japan. Crusher in blue, Lost in Japan in the red corner. Team Crusher with a 9-point lead. Will they maintain that lead, or can Team Lost in Japan make up for lost points and get back on the board and back into the game? Now, first point, 2 points for Team Crusher, immediately answered by 1 point for Team Lost in Japan. Now, both teams doing a great job, and of course, as you can see, a very high KD rate for player number 4 in Team Crusher. Doing a great job getting all the shots in and getting all the points for the team as well. Right now, Team Crusher surging ahead. Another 5-point advantage for them, heading on to the 9-point advantage in the first round, giving them a chance to come closer to going into round number 2. 34 seconds left. Team Lost in Japan, you guys need to get more points in because you are now lagging behind 9 points to 1. So keep on shooting, get your points accurately in because it's now a huge lead for Team Crusher. 10 points to 1, 11 points to 1 in the last 18 seconds of the game. We're down now to the last 10 seconds. Team Crusher just mowing down their opponents with a huge gap of 14 points to 1. Is it too late? I'm sad to say, but of course, 3, 2, 1. A big win for Team Crusher, moving into because it's now a huge lead for Team Crusher. 10 points to 1, 11 points to 1 in the last 18 seconds of the game. We're down now to the last 10 seconds. Team Crusher just mowing down their opponents with a huge gap of 14 points to 1. Japan as well. And now we're going to go into our next losers bracket game. Let's find out who's going to be playing up next. We've got Team Messness playing against Peppy Hands in this next loser bracket game. And as you can see, we got our losers bracket down here and the winners bracket over there. Now, for the next round, round 2, if anybody were to lose any of their games, they're going to go down to the losers pool and meet the winners of the first round in the losers round as well. So they still have another chance at coming back up again, even after losing one round. But this is going to be the last chance for all these round one losers pool teams to actually continue their journey. So they have to win their games in this round in order to play some more. So we've got in the red corner, Mesnes, and of course, Peppy Hands in the blue corner going in for their first round of the losers pool bracket. All right, now we're gonna go into the first round of the third losers pool playoffs, and of course, the teams right now they've already had their first round in the top 16 playoff bracket, and after losing the first game, they're now down to the losers pool. And in order to continue their journey, they have to win this next round and go on to the second playoff game in the losers pool as well. So we've got Team Peppy Hands in the blue corner, we've got Team Mesnes in the red corner. Both teams with everything on the line, and of course having to win this round in order to continue their journey. Now, piece of advice to all the players, now please do not stand too far behind near the backdrop because it's going to cause the sensors to not actually detect all your shots. And at the same time, make sure all your inputs are in because once we start the game, there's no resetting the game whatsoever. So let's do a final check. Team Mesnes all good, Team Peppy Hands all good. We're going to start round one of this third losers pool playoff game between Mesnes in the red, Peppy Hands in the blue corner. Here we go. 82nd round number one. Off to a great start and immediate 1 point for Team Mesnes. Now, they're coming back from a huge defeat at the hands of BTG, the current Singapore champions, and they want to prove their worth again once more in this losers pool bracket. Both teams doing a great job and getting the points equally on the board, immediately scoring points, immediately one after another. We've got Peppy Hands in the lead, but now back again to a tie between Peppy Hands and Team Mesnes. And Mesnes taking the lead right now with another huge lead forward by Team Peppy Hands, getting a 2-point lead, 7 points to 5. Now, 48 seconds left in the game. Peppy Hands is in the lead with 8 points to 3, 8 points to 5, I'm sorry. And Team Mesnes have to start scoring more rather than just walking around and taking the time to shoot because they need to get as many points as they can because they now lagging behind by 4 points with 30 seconds left in the game. Team Peppy Hands are just shooting and not relenting and getting the huge points on the board. They need to maintain their journey in this HADO Youth Cup, and right now they've increased the lead to 7 points ahead of Team Mesnes, 8 points, 15 to 8, 17 to 8, and wow, an 8-point difference between both teams. Can Team Mesnes close up the gap, or will they give that many points to Team Peppy Hands, who's going to take this first round with a 9-point win over Team Mesnes? Now, Peppy Hands and we're almost ready for round number 2 of this second playoff losers pool game between Team Mesnes in the red corner and Paper Hands in the blue corner. Paper Hands with a 9-point lead from the first round, and of course on the get-go they got their first point straight away on the board to increase to the huge point tally of 10 points ahead of Team Messner's Zero. Now 2 points to 1 right now with 65 seconds left in the game. Team Messner's trying to close up the gap, trying to get as many points as possible as well, because they have to catch up to a total of 10 points in order to win this game, and they're doing a pretty good job of trying to close out the gap right now. And of course it's going to go on strong, 50 seconds left in the game, but Paper Hands still in the lead, 5 points to 3. Now Paper Hands a lot at stake, because if they know that if they don't win this, they're going to be out of the tournament, and in order to continue the journey, they have to continue winning against Team Messner's. Messner's as well in the same situation, and needing to win this to continue their journey. If not, they will have to come back another time for the next tournament to try to hands out at getting closer to the Youth Cup. Now 2 points ahead of Team Messner's 7-5, adding on to the 9 points in the first round, making it a 10-point deficit for Team Messner. It's tied up again. The last 60 seconds. Finally, we got another try once more in the last 13 seconds more in the game. 10 seconds. It's still tied, 9 points apiece. Can either team take their final point to take away this win? Because right now, Team Paper Hands is in the lead with 10-9, with another 2 points, 11-9, taking home the win and going on to round number 2 in the losers bracket. 10 seconds. It's still tied, 9 points apiece. Can either team take their final point to take away this win? Because right now, Team Paper Hands is in the lead with 10-9, with another 2 points, 11-9, taking home the win and going on to round number 2. Has just had that huge upper hand going into the losers bracket and waiting for the next matchup to go against the loser in the winners bracket. Now we're going to go for our final game. We're going to have Team Galatian against Team Fancy to determine who will be the last team to move on in the losers pool. Now, that's going to be happening in a couple of minutes from now, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We're going to be starting our final losers pool playoff game between Team Fancy, a team of brothers and sisters. It's a family team, huh? And it's their first foray into the HADO gaming competition. And they're going to be playing against Team Galatian, also another brand new team made of friends who actually just found HADO by chance. It's true. They just walked past and like, hey, I got a game, play that, come take part. And now they're in the competition, and they are one step away from getting closer to maybe winning the top prize of up to almost $10,000 altogether worth of cash and prizes. It's true. Now we've got to thank our main sponsor for giving us the chance to have this tournament and giving us all these amazing prizes. XR, you got to check out XR, and you got to check out XR Sport Plus, one of the brand new wearables that allows you to keep track of your fitness, allows you to keep track of your daily routine, and at the same time gives you a chance to exercise more, and all recorded via XR Sport Plus wearable. Now, thank you XR for sponsoring all our prizes that amassed up to almost $10,000 worth in cash and prizes altogether just for this Youth Cup right here at Suntec City. And of course, thank you IMDA for letting us be part of this year's Digital Wonderland at Suntec City, an amazing fair that we have here, and the advancement in technology pushing forward our nation towards a brand new era. And together with HADO, well, we're happy to be here as well. Thank you so much IMDA, and thank you so much AXA. Now we're gonna go into round number 1. We're both good to go. We've got Team Fancy in the red corner against Galatian in the blue corner. First round matchup, final game for both teams. And right off the bat, Galatian scored their first point against Team Fancy and bringing them closer to maybe moving on to round number 2. Now we've got a minute left in the game, and Fancy has just tied up the score to make them back again on the board, thus giving them another chance to continue the journey. But Galatian answered immediately with 2 more points, making it a 3-1 point in favor of Galatian. Right now, Galatian is just amassing all the points, getting 4 points, and of course 5 points ahead of Fancy's 3 points. Just a 2-point difference between both teams. Can Team Fancy come up with some surprise scores on the board right now, and maybe take the lead and wrest the title away from Galatian? We've got 20 seconds more to go. Just a 2-point difference, 3-point difference. Fancy needs to shoot a bit more. Team Fancy, you need to get your points on the board because right now you're trailing behind by 3 points. 1-point difference, 10 seconds. Can they pull off a surprise upset with Galatian still taking the lead? 2 more points, 5 seconds more to go. Can they get the last 2 points? Can they take it home? Galatian with the first round win over Fancy's 8 points. Great job, girls. Wow. Can they take it home? Galatian with the first round win over Fancy's 8 points. Great job, girls. Wow. Very easily turn around in 80 seconds in round number 2. But it's up to the team to whether or not they can actually pull it off, or up to Galatian to see whether or not they can fend off the opposition by not letting them score more than 3 points. Now, for those of you watching at home on YouTube and Facebook, you got to come down and join us here at Suntec City Level 4 at this year's Digital Wonderland, brought to you by IMDA. And join us at this year's first ever HADO Youth Cup for all youths aged between 13 to 25. Now, we've got a total of 35 teams from yesterday all throughout the tournament, and we're down now to the last 16, some of which has already been eliminated and going on to the last game in the losers bracket right now. So we're going to be starting right now off to the last bracket. 3-point lead by Team Galatian in blue. The red Team Fancy has to do more than 3 points in order to continue the journey in this year's Youth Cup. Both teams just being very careful with one shield up to observe the opponent's gameplay. But Galatian, right off the bat, they are now 4 points ahead of Fancy because with the points scored in the early on, 3 points to their lead right now, 2 points. Now it's a 5-point lead for them in the last 50 seconds. Now Galatian just bent on getting their win right now because they've gone through a pretty hard time losing out to the other teams, and this time is the time for them to actually switch it. Yeah, it's true. Girl power for them. Galatian 5 points to 4, still in the lead, but Fancy can make a quick turnabout and get more points on the board, and they will be able to continue the journey if they score some more points and get them on the board right now. But right now, it's just a 1-point difference between Galatian and Team Fancy. Can Galatian hold on to that lead, or will Team Fancy overtake them and maybe take away the win? Because right now, Galatian is not relenting. Last 10 seconds to go. We've got 2 points difference between both teams. Galatian certainly with a 5-point lead. 5 seconds more. Can they take back 5 points in 4 seconds? We know who's making it to the final spot. Big round of applause. Congratulations to Team Galatian. Can they take back 5 points in 4 seconds? We know who's making it to the final spot. Big round of applause. Congratulations to Team Gal. Guys, that was close. That was close. Now, congrats to Team Galatian. You guys almost didn't want to come today, right? I know. They almost didn't want to come today. And look at them. They are now through to the losers bracket game number 2. So right now, we're going to go for a short 30-minute lunch break. At 1:30 p.m., all the teams in round 2, you have to be here, whether you're in the losers pool or the winners bracket. 1:30, you got to be back here for us to start round 2. And in the meantime, between now to 1:30, we're going to start the GM challenge for all you people out here. So if you want to challenge the GM and win some prizes for yourself, well, stay tuned. I'm going to start the GM challenge in approximately 5 minutes from now. It's now 5 minutes past 1 p.m. Very good afternoon to all of our fantastic visitors here at this year's IMDA Digital Wonderland 2019 at Suntec City. And welcome down to a HADO game booth where we have got something interesting that you want to check out. So if you happen to be outside, but it's time for you to come on in and experience AR digital gaming in a whole brand new environment. And of course, we are actually intermixing AR, augmented reality, with some physical gaming and physical exercise at the same time to bring you HADO Dodgeball. That's true. Now we combine both exercise and gaming together, give you a chance to get off your seats and enjoy the comforts of digital gaming on a playing field that will allow you to burn some calories, and of course get your sweat on and get you to exercise a bit more. And with HADO right now, you get a chance to enjoy that with your friends and family in one battle arena, as you can see right here. And you're in luck because right now we are in the midst of our Youth Cup 2019. Wow. Our 2019 Youth Cup, where we have had 35 teams of youths between 13 to 25 years of age signing up to take part in this year's tournament. And now we're down to the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 teams before deciding who's going to walk away with this year's championship trophy, this year's Youth Cup champion, and the first prize of $1,500 in cash, and also 3 Apple Watches for all their players. It's true. Now, HADO Dodgeball is played between 2 teams of 3 people in each group, and of course, all you have to do is just shoot the dodgeballs at one another, score as many points as you can in an 80-second round, and at the same time, try not to get hit by your opponent's dodgeball as well. So it's a really cool game of dodgeball, augmented reality dodgeball. Now this is AR, not VR. The difference being AR puts you in a physical environment with the elements of digital components all added into it, right? Unlike VR, whereby you are in a virtual environment with all the elements in as well. But now for AR, we're in the physical environment with the elements of digital enhancements all added into the game itself. So it's a big difference, and of course this will allow us to enable you to have a seriously form of gameplay at an open physical space with all the elements of digital components coming in to add that bit more excitement to your gaming experience. And of course with HADO this year, we're going to be starting off our GM challenge in a very short while. and teams with the most points will win that game and move on to the next level. So right now we've got Citizens losing the first round with a 4-point deficit, trailing behind Happy Koala, who has just won the first leg, and they now have a 4-point advantage over Citizens. Now, going to round number 2, 4 points is not a big feat to actually overcome. In fact, they can turn the tables, and if they win round number 2 by 5 points, Citizens will take the whole game. And off we go. Round number 2. We got 3 Happy Koalas in blue in the lead with 4 points. Citizens trying to catch up to that 4 points and trying to get 5 points to win the overall game in this round. Now, Citizens scoring their first point, 2 points off the bat, and of course they've got 6 points right now in the total score, and Team Citizens has to score more than 7 points in order to take this home, or maybe score 6 points to even it up. Now, not wasting any more time, as you can see, the shots are getting in really accurately by Team 3 Happy Koalas, and they already have 4 points on the board, with Citizens getting their first point on the board as well. So it's now 5-1. 4 plus 4 point lead, making it an 8-point lead for Team 3 Happy Koalas. Now, can Citizens catch up? Because this is the last chance before the game ends, and of course last chance to move up immediately to the next round. If not, they will have to go down to the losers bracket and have to fight one more time before moving up to the next level of this tournament. But it seems that the 3 Happy Koalas are not giving up anytime soon. They're not relenting. They're not going to give them some space. In fact, they want to take as many points as possible. The gap is now up to 10 points with just 10 seconds left in the game. They're going to bring it home. Are they going to bring it home? Or can Citizens make a quick turnabout and score more than 10 points? Pretty hard to do right now since there's only 1 second left, and a big win for the 3 Happy Koalas going into round 3. Now, Happy Koalas, a huge win with an 8-point lead right now, adding on to the 4 points in the first round, a 12-point win over Citizens. But Citizens, you guys have one more chance in the losers bracket, right, to continue the journey. So big round of applause to the red team. Citizens, everybody, great job, Citizens. One more round in the losers bracket later on. Thank you so much, guys. You guys did well. You guys played hard. And was it tough playing against these guys? Oh, handshake. Wait. Was it hard playing against them?
Yeah, it was very difficult. We did very well in the first round, except that we collapsed in the last 20 seconds.
Sure, every second count.
But in the second round, we just collapsed. And, I mean, in the first round, we were rather equal. Until the last 20 seconds, we simply collapsed. Yeah, I'm responsible for that because I've been out too often.
It's okay, because why? It's a game. Let's try again later on. Let's give them a round of applause. Citizens, congratulations, guys. Good luck to you. And of course, 3 Happy Koalas, also known as guests. Now, these guys came in 3rd in last year's Singapore World Cup qualifiers. And you guys came back this time with a new teammate, a new name, new strategies, and maybe a new title.
Hopefully, we get a new title.
Hopefully, yeah. So last year you guys were 3rd. What position are you aiming for this time round?
Looking at BTG, we hope we get first. We will fall for second, okay?
So we're going to aim for gold, but we'll settle for silver. Let's give a big hand to 3 Happy Koalas, people. Good luck to you guys. You're off to round number 3, and right now we've got the next matchup between HADO Youth Win, also contenders in last year's World Cup qualifiers for Singapore, against Singapore World Cup qualifying champions, Team BTG. Now, these guys are undefeated. They were sent to Japan last year to represent the country in the World Cup finals, and now they're playing in this 3rd game between HADO Youth Win. So HADO Youth Win in the blue corner against current reigning champions BTG in the red corner. 2 rounds of 80 seconds. Let's get ready. Both teams ready. We're good to start. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We've got our current Singapore champions, Team BTG in the red corner, playing against Team HADO Youth Win, but HADO Youth Win gets the first point right off the bat. 1-0 to 2-1 to HADO Youth Win. A very interesting start for them. Can BTG match him up? Because right now BTG is now evening up the score. It's now 2 points each for both HADO Youth Win and BTG. Now BTG with a lot at stake because being the current world champion, current Singapore champions, they have reputation to uphold, and of course they have their title to contend with. But How Do You Win is giving them a run from it. Look at how the professionals play all on the ground, keeping it low. But How Do You Win is not relenting. In fact, they are now 2 points ahead over the current Singapore champions. Can you believe it? With just 38 seconds more to go, How Do You Win is just surging ahead, 3 points ahead of BTG, but BTG will be answering back with another point of their own, making it just a 1 point difference in the last 28 seconds now. It's now down to the last 20 seconds, and BTG has now tied up the score, 8 points apiece for both BTG and How Do You Win. Now, How Do You Win taking that one very important point as we go into the final 12 seconds of the game. Can BTG get the 1 point, equal it up, because now down to the last 7 seconds. Is it going to be How Do You Win? Wow! Wow! That was close. How Do You Win? This is like a final, equivalent to a final matchup between both teams. Both teams gave it their all. How Do You Win? They won the first game at 1 point, but BTG, they got their senses back. They got back to their spots, and they took home the win with the second round win of 2 points, making them overall winner with just 1 point left. Let's give a big applause to both teams. We're giving us a really exciting matchup. Definitely BTG, you guys are still the current champs. Let's give a big hand to BTG. Moving on to the next round, right? And that actually gives a lot of hope to other teams, you know. The other teams are not, BTG is beatable. They are beatable, right? But the thing about them is that they will not stop until the last second. So you're not going to count them out of the game all the way to the last final second. So congratulations to BTG. And of course, How Do You Win going on to the losers bracket in a while. But now we're going to have the next two teams. We got our friends from the Singapore National Dodgeball team in Fasting Monkeys playing against Cyber Hunter from IT College West. All right, and of course we've got both teams also in this very, very vital round, because the winner will be facing BTG in the next round. Oh, something to look forward to. Now, at the same time, both teams have a lot to look at, because they've gone so far and they will not stop yet. In fact, they're going to be gleaming all their out. Friends from IT College West right here in the team of Cyber Hunters. And of course, we got friends in the Singapore National Dodgeball team playing in HADO this time round and making it all the way to this round. Here we go. Fasting Monkeys in red against Cyber Hunters. Fasting Monkeys in blue against Cyber Hunters in red. Here we go. Game is started pretty safely. Both teams taking the time to get the shots in. And it seems that Fasting Monkeys is going on a defense first, getting their first shot in and getting their 1 point, 2 points on the board now. Interesting strategy they've got. They've got their shields up to make sure they've got a clear view of what's happening in the game, and to make sure that their shots go in and to get them the points that they need. Because we're down with 50 seconds left. Fasting Monkeys with still that 2 point lead and just 2 shields up, while Team Cyber Hunters now has their 1 point on the board, and of course half of their shields almost already used up. Fasting Monkeys still going strong with that 2 point lead. Half a minute more in this first round, and still making the lead wider by adding another 2 more points to their lead. A total of 4 points, 3 points in the last 20 seconds more. Now, both teams doing a great job with a fantastic hit rate from both teams. And of course, player 6 right now doing a great job, and they're maintaining to the 2 point lead in the last 10 seconds. Can Cyber Hunter catch up with the last 5 seconds of the game to make it another even tie, or maybe even a tie right now, and win? Wow. Great win. Monkeys with a 1 point win in round number 1. As you can see, the level of play as we move up the tournament has increased tenfold. And both teams are not relenting. They're not going to give each other opportunities to take a break. Right now, Fasting Monkeys with a 1 point lead going to round number 2. But Cyber Hunters, I know they're not going to be quitting as of yet. They put a lot of time and work into it. They want to fight back with just a 1 point lead. It can happen anytime. Look what happened early on. BTG and How Do You 1 point win, but it became another 2 point win for them as well. Now tables can turn. It's anybody's game. I will not count my chickens till they hatch. So let's all wait for round number 2 between Fasting Monkeys and Cyber Hunter in the red corner. Let's do a final check. if they're ready. Ready? We're gonna start round number 2. We've got Fasting Monkeys in blue in the lead with a 1-point advantage, while Cyber Hunter needs to catch up to that 1 point to go on to the next round. Here we go. 80 seconds. Vital matchup. Who's gonna get that first point right now? Is it gonna be either Cyber Hunters or Fasting Monkeys? Because the first point is a crucial one to make you stay in the game. And of course, right now on the dot, we've got Fasting Monkeys with that 1 point and 2 shields up, making sure that they don't lose that lead right now in the last 1 minute. Now they are now in the lead with 2 points, going strong into the last 50 seconds. Cyber Hunters now back on the scoreboard with 1 point. Now it's a tie. It's a tie. It's between both teams when you add it up, but of course Fasting Monkeys replies with another point of their own, making their 1 point advantage count. It's now down to a tie again, and 1 point into back to Fasting Monkeys. They are now down by 1 point, down by 2 points in the last 27 seconds. Can they hold up? Because now Cyber Hunters are on a roll. They're now up ahead by 3 points, 4 points in the last 18 seconds. Now Cyber Hunters are doing a great job. Fasting Monkeys, you guys need to shoot some more, get your points in, because you are trailing by 5 points and you gotta close it down to the final 5 seconds. Can they hold on? It's gonna be a really, as we turn around, wow. Alright, it's another twist to the game again. First round win, Fasting Monkeys by 1 point. But they came back stronger and harder in the second round with a 5-point win, making it a 4-point overall win for Cyber Hunters. Going on to the next round, let's give a big round of applause for IT College West Cyber Hunters and Fasting Monkeys. You guys are still in the game in the losers bracket. One more game. Hang on. So I want to talk to Fasting Monkeys. One of you come over here. No. Hi. We know each other. She was here last year. They took part. Pretty early exit. This time around, you guys are doing so much better. And there's still hope. So, what are you looking for right now?
We're just looking to have fun, actually. Yeah.
Really? Had your fun? Go home now. So, try your best, right? It's true. But right now, you have one more team left. We have Team Crusher still part of the dodgeball team. So this time around, we have more teams from the dodgeball national team coming in. So, is this a plan to take over HADO?
We hope that we can establish something together with HADO, because it's digital dodgeball as well as physical dodgeball. So maybe one day more people will be more inclined to try out the physical dodgeball as well, because it's so fun.
Fantastic. Now you guys have tried HADO. You guys should try dodgeball next. Thank you so much, Fasting Monkey. In this game to see who will move on to the next losers pool bracket. Wow, both teams doing a great job with 1 point each with just a minute left in the game. Can they both cash up? Wow, great job by Galatian. 3 points right now, ahead of Leftovers 1. Can they hold on to that 2-point lead, or will Leftovers make a quick comeback? Because their time, there's almost up to 45 seconds left in the game, and they reply with a point of their own, but the girls maintain the composure and maintain that 1 point lead only. So it's now a 1 point lead only for the girls. Can they hold up, or can Leftovers get that 1 point and make it a tie right now? It's tied up with just half a minute more. It's going to be anybody's guess as to who's going to take it home, because we are now tied at 4 points apiece in the last 25 seconds left in the game. Now, it's vital because right now it seems that all the teams are down to the last 10 seconds before getting their win, but the girls are now surging up ahead with 2 points ahead of Leftovers, doing a great job in the last 10 seconds. Can Leftovers clinch a few more points to get this win, or to even tie them up, because we're down to the last 5 seconds. 3 points behind, still maintain the lead. Win for Galatian. Girls in the red corner with a 3-point lead. The first round over. Can Leftovers clinch a few more points to get this win, or to even tie them up, because we're down to the last 5 seconds. 3 points behind, still maintain the lead. Win for Galatian. Girls in the red corner. One more round and you're through. I like the girl in gray. She's always like, no, cannot. But then win. Right? Good job, guys. Good job. But of course, Leftovers, they're not just gonna let the girls take over the win. They're gonna be fighting harder now. They're gonna be trying their best to get that 3 points back in the game. They need 4 points in round 2. They need to win by 4 points in round 2 to take home the whole game. Or not, they will let Galatian move on to the next round. And they got to bid farewell to the Youth Cup tournament now. They're going to swap sets right now. We're going to swap sides. So Leftovers will be taking the red corner while Galatian will take over in the blue corner. We're ready for round number 2. The girls from Galatian has a 2-point lead, right? 2-point lead, I think, in the game. And they're off to a good start against Team Leftovers right now in round number 2, 82nd round for them right here at Suntec City. So the girls are now leading with a 3-point lead. And now heading on to the score, they are now leading still by 3 points because Leftovers just replied their 1 point with another point of their own. 50 seconds left in the game. Now, the girls are still leading by 2 points right now. And it's now down to a 1-point lead by Galatian because Leftovers have now tied the game. It's now tied with both teams at 40 seconds left. Can the girls in Galatian get another point? Or will Leftovers take home this win? And a surprise comeback in round number 2. Galatian now are trailing by 1 point still. Oh no, it's not. It's now a tie. It is now tied. Now Leftovers are leading by 1 point. 2 points right now. And Galatian has to do a quick comeback. They got to score more points because we're down to the last 12 seconds. And now with a huge lead of 6 points, minus the 3 points, they are now in the lead. Leftovers are in the lead with 3 points. And doing it almost goes 1 more point for the girls. Can they take the minus 1? No! Wow! Oh! What a turnout. Now with a huge lead of 6 points, minus the 3 points, they are now in the lead. Leftovers are in the lead with 3 points. And doing it almost goes 1 more point for the girls. Can they take the minus 1? No! Wow! And of course, Leftovers, a big round of applause, everyone. Before we go on, the girls from Galatian, I want to talk to them a bit. Girls, you were so close, high, but that's the end of the journey. But you guys did well. You guys, you got so many support. Make some noise for Galatian, everybody. I haven't finished talking. Sorry, yeah. Never mind, okay. You know what? Galatian, we hope to see you guys again next tournament. So thank you so much for taking part. I'll see you guys soon. But let's go back to Leftovers. Team Leftovers, let's give them a big hand. Come on, Leftovers, come over here. Come here, come here, come here. Now, you guys came from the winners bracket down to the losers bracket, and now you're going back up again. Now you lost the first game. What happened?
Basically, we just weren't playing very well, and we were actually not very organized in what we were and how we were attacking and defending. Yeah. Then after that, second round we started playing better, started using more shields, and then started attacking the opponent more organized.
All right, now that we're moving you up to the next round, which is one team you don't want to meet? One team, name me one team you don't want to meet anytime soon.
should be Crushers, should be our teammates, because they're actually really good.
So Crusher, right? Because right now you're actually up there and you have to see whether you can go through either Citizens or Baby Hands before meeting Crusher, right? So good luck to you guys. Thank you so much. Leftovers people, let's make some noise. Let's give them a big round of applause. Making it through to round 3 of the losers bracket. And right now, we've got Team Citizens in the blue corner getting ready to play against Peppy Hands in round 2 of the losers bracket. And of course, one of them has to bid farewell to the end of their journey here if they lose this round, while the other will continue the journey and move on to losers pool number 3. And off we go into the first round of this matchup between Citizens in the blue corner playing against Baby Hands in the red corner. Now, Baby Hands right off the bat, the first 10 seconds, 1 point up for them. And can they hold on to the lead or can they score some more points to make sure that they take home this first round victory? But Citizens with another 2 points of their own right now, taking over the lead. 2 points to 1, with 55 seconds left in the game. Can they maintain it or can Baby Hands point? Now, is going on a full-time onslaught. They're not worried about the shields anymore. They're just going in to score as many points as possible, because right now part of the game is to make sure that you score as many points as possible, because overall points will declare the winner of this round. Now Citizens with a good lead right now, up to 4 points up ahead of 1 point for Peppy Hands, and they have now 25 seconds to either maintain that lead or relinquish it to Peppy Hands. Now down to the last 3 points and the final 20 seconds. Can Citizens maintain, hold on to that lead, or will Peppy Hands come back? Because right now it's just a mere 3-point difference between the team, and anything can happen in the last 10 seconds. But right now it's a tie. Going on to the final 5 seconds. Will it be a win for Citizens, or will Peppy Hands give it a tie? Going out to the last second, and it's a draw. Don't take off, don't take it off. We're going to count down to instant overtime, which means the first team to score a point will win this round. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And the first team to score a point instantly win by Citizens with the instant shot and taking home the first round win with a 1 point advantage. But as you noticed early on, now, people, there seems to be a pattern just now. If you see all the games that we played, the team that won the first round eventually loses in the second round. There's been a trend going on. Right now, will the curse stay or will it be broken by Citizens? You guys did a great job. You're going to break the curse, right? You guys are going to break the curse, because right now, there's a trend whereby the first team that won, second round, they lost by 1 point, exactly. Even our champs right now, they're still reeling from that sudden shock, but they're going to do well. Yeah, you're going to switch sides, so you're going to break the curse. We're going to see who's going to take home the win in round number 2 and move on to the next stage in the losers bracket. Right now, we're going to be starting round number 2 with Citizens in the red corner in the lead with 1 point, while our friends in blue, Paper Hands, are trading behind with just 1 mere point. So in this round, they have to win by more than 1 point. It means if they get 2 points in this round, they win by 2 points, they're going to win the whole game. But if Citizens maintain their lead, they're going to take home this win and go on to the 3rd round of the losers bracket before going up to the winners bracket to meet the winners later on. So let's find out what's going to happen. Let's be checking down a double check to make sure that all the equipment are ready, whether all the sensors are working fine before going to the next 82nd round. Now, for those of you just joined us, welcome down. Of course, thank you for being part of our HADO Youth Cup. Now, this is the first ever HADO Youth Cup that we have organized for youth aged between 13 to 25 years old. Now, they all form groups of 3s, and they've been taking part since yesterday. We had a total of 35 teams, and now we're down to the last 12 teams to see who's going to walk away with the top prize of being crowned this year's first ever Singapore Youth Cup champion. And we've got prizes of a total of up to almost $10,000, sponsored by XR It's True. Prize that they're going to win because we've got prizes ranging from Apple Watches for the first place winner, including $1,500 in cash. Second prize winner, 3 Hero 7 GoPro cameras for the second place winner, including $1,000 in cash. And in third place, $500 plus some Bose wireless headsets. And we're going to go into round 2 right now with the red corner team, Team Citizens, going into the second round with a 1 point lead over Team Paper Hands in the blue corner. So can they hold on to that lead, or will Paper Hands make an upset and continue the curse that's been haunting the teams right now and take home this win to go into the next round? Now, one of them has to bid farewell. One of them will be going home after this and not continue their journey, while the other will continue trying to get back into the winner's pool and get closer to that winning to the trophy. Now we got Paper Hands with their 1 point. It's now tied. Now 1 point for Paper Hands. They are now going into this game with a tie in their hands with the last 48 seconds. 2 points. They are now in the lead instead. The tables have turned. Paper Hands taking the 2 point lead right now over Team Citizens. But Citizens is replying back with 1 point of their own. Now it's now down to a 1 point difference between both teams. Can Paper Hands maintain that 2 point lead with 30 seconds left in the game? Or Citizens are now daring up. It's now a tie. It is now a draw between both teams based on total score. So right now, the favor is in the red corner's hands. Citizens are now 1 point ahead and back to a tie again in the last 10 seconds. It's anybody's guess. I don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to take home? Will it be Paper Hands or Citizens? Who's going to score the final shot? Oh my God! Is it going to be a tie again? And down. Whoa! Wow. Now, wait. We're not done yet. We're not done. Last 10 seconds. It's anybody's guess. I don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to take home? Will it be Paper Hands or Citizen? Who's going to score the final shot? Oh my God. Is it going to be a tie again? And down. Whoa. Wow. All right, we're going to let them decide. Both teams, we have to get consensus from both teams whether they want to go into an 80-second overtime or an instant death, instant shot win. So this is up to both teams to decide. All right, tell the GMs, don't tell me, I'm just the representative. I do not make the decisions. Huh? All right. So right now, they want to decide whether they want to go into another 80-second round or an instant first shot win to both teams. What do you guys think? Should they go into round number 3 or instant round? 80 seconds, huh? Really, yeah? They're tired, you know. You're not tired watching only. They're tired, no. Let's find out what they both agree on. If they agree on the similar consensus, then we're going to go into what they have decided, whether it's an 80-second extra third round or instant knockout win. Confirm, huh? All right, they decided we are going into round number 3. 80 seconds. Now both teams 0-0. Winner takes all. Alright, winner takes all. So good luck to both teams. Like I said, the rounds are getting more and more interesting. The matches are getting more and more tighter, getting closer. And these guys are on the verge of breaking the curse. Alright, there's been a curse just now in round 2. Because why? Every time a team wins in round 1, they will lose in round 2. Now these people have just broke the curse. Now you guys are on your way. Third round, 80 seconds. Best team wins, right? So let's look forward to the exciting third round, first ever tie in a tournament that we have to go into a third 80-second round. So let's find out who's gonna take it home after this. Now we've got Team Peppy Hands already doing a great job of going up all the way down from the top contender spot down to the losers bracket, and now they're moving forward and trying to get their place back in the top spot again, while we have Team Citizens, a really cool bunch of guys who actually made a comeback since yesterday. They were knocked out of Group B yesterday. They came back in Group C, they qualified, and now they're still in the tournament, fighting their way back up to the top spot. So guys, you guys did a great job so far. Keep it up. Good luck to you, Citizens, in the blue corner, and of course, good luck to you, Team Peppy Hands, in the red corner. Final round, 80 seconds, winner takes all. And as both teams are getting ready, we want to thank all of you for joining us right now for our Youth Cup playoff finals. And of course, we're going to crown some team a champion today. It's the first ever Youth Cup held in Singapore. Now, as a matter of fact, we had our first major tournament last year in Singapore, where we had our Singapore World Cup qualifiers to find a team that could represent the nation in Japan in the finals last year in December. And we managed to find one, and they're here today. Team BTG, they're also through to the later rounds, and right now, they actually represented the country last year in December in Japan, where they did a pretty good job in playing against all the international teams, and of course, getting Singapore on the world map in the HADO game stage. Now, this year, it's a brand new ball game altogether. We are good to go. I'm going to stop talking because round 3, boys, gentlemen, get ready. This is the last round. Winner takes all. Here we go. And this is the deciding factor because this last round, both teams back to a 0-0 score. Winner takes all. Winner moves on to the next round, round 3 in the losers bracket. Now on the dot, we've got Citizens taking their first point, and Paper Hands replying instantly with a point of their own. Now, people, if you think that 80 seconds is pretty short, it is short, but it can get really tiring. As you can see, both teams are now being bugged by not only fatigue, bugged by confusion as to how they're gonna take it home, because both teams are equally good in their own right. But Citizens right now in the lead with 2 points to 1, and it quickly tied up by Peppy Hands. It's now a tie 2-all with 40 seconds left in the game. Citizens still taking home that lead, 1 point ahead, 2 points ahead of Peppy Hands. Can they maintain that 2-point lead, or can Peppy Hands come back? Because now they're down by 3 points. Peppy Hands has to do a better job than that because they're down by 3 points, 4 points with 20 seconds left in the game. 5 points. Citizens are just going on a major onslaught, going down the opponent. But now Peppy Hands is closing the gap with a 2-point difference. Can they score 2 more points in the last 10 seconds? Peppy Hands, 1 more point to tie it up. Will it go into overtime again, or will it go into a sudden win for either team? And Citizens with the 1 point, can they win? And they won it. Wow. The last second, anybody's getting 2-point difference. Can they score 2 more points in the last 10 seconds? Peppy Hands, 1 more point to tie it up. Will it go into overtime again, or will it go into a sudden win for either team? And Citizens with the 1 point, can they win? And they won it. Wow. Buddy, wow. What's your name, man? Mizi. And of course, team, you even have your player barefooted, huh? You guys did a great job, man. But just You guys made a comeback from a 4-point deficit. You all came back all the way tied, and just that last second, what happened?
I think both of the teams played well. And for my team, yesterday we were pretty much trash. But then I think from what we can take is an improvement from this game.
Fantastic. That's the spirit I want to see. I want to see you guys in the next tournament, right? Baby hands. Next, I want to see you guys in the next tournament. Don't give up yet. Thank you so much. Big round of applause for baby hands, everybody. Thank you guys. Great job. And of course, citizens, come here, citizens. Hey, my boy, citizens. Come here. Now, you guys are doing a great job. Now, yesterday was a tough day because you guys had to fight back from being limited in Group B, right? Then go to Group C, and now you're back up again. And now you got from all the way down, you have gone all the way up. Yes, so you guys have a lot to look forward to. Are you proud of yourselves right now?
Yeah, there's some points we can improve. We cracked under pressure in the last 20 seconds. And I believe that we can fix this up in the next rounds.
All right, and of course, what was going through your head when you lost that first round? You thought you could come back? Or you won the first round and there was a tie? You thought you could come back in the final round? Come back, huh? You guys did. You guys are a miraculous story. You guys broke the curse. You broke the curse. It's back to the fair playing field. Congratulations to Team Citizens, everybody. Great job. They're off to the third round in the losers pool. And right now, we're going to go into the next matchup between HADO Youth and Team Crusher. Now, HADO Youth gave our current champions a run for their money just now because they actually just barely lost out to the current Singapore champions, BTG, by a mere 1-2 points. And they gave them a big scare. And now these boys are back with a vengeance. They're going to come back. They want to win this time around. They want to go back up. And of course, they're going to be playing against Team Crusher, a fantastic team of dodgeball players from the national team. And they are also a force to be reckoned with as well. So we're going to watch this next game between both Team Crusher in the red corner against HADO Youth in the blue corner. Both teams very athletic. You're going to see a lot of moving and running around. You're going to see a lot of actions right here on the field. Let's see which team will come out tops and get the win. Good luck to both teams. Good luck, Team Red Crusher. And of course, in the blue team, good luck to Team HADO Youth. We are getting ready to see this next matchup between HADO Youth and Team Crusher in this losers second pool. And both teams are ready. We're going to start right now. We've got Team HADO Youth in the blue corner against Team Crusher in the red corner. Let's give them all a big round of applause, everybody. Come on. And let's get it. Here we go. Game has just started 1-1 between HADO Youth in the blue corner and of course Team Crusher in the red corner. Now both teams instantly on the spot with 1 point each in the scoreboard. But of course HADO Youth with that 1 point lead right now. Instantly a big reply from Team Crusher, making it a tie. 2 points apiece with just a minute more to go. Now, the key to this game is to make sure your shots count, make sure they all get points, because for every point that you score, well, that's going to get you closer to winning the game. Of course, this game is all about scoring the points, but right now, a sudden turnaround. We've got Team Crusher taking the lead 5 points to 4, and then that's 40 seconds, and making it hard for the HADO Youth boys to actually get that 1 point that they need to make it a tie right now. So it's now 2 points ahead, 5 to 7, 6 to 7 for HADO Youth. They need 1 more point to tie it up because now they're left with the last 25 seconds more to go. Crusher still maintaining that 1 point lead. Seems to remember HADO Youth scores a point. Team Crusher will score a point as well. It's now down to the last 16 seconds. The scores just changed. Crusher in the lead, 10 points to 7. But HADO Youth coming back with an 8 point, now making it a 2 point deficit. Anything can happen in the last 5 seconds. They need 2 more points to tie it up. Can they do it? Or will they win a 10-8 win for Team Crusher? Wow. Team with an 8-point, now making a 2-point deficit. Anything can happen in the last 5 seconds. They need 2 more points to tie it up. Can they do it? Or will they win a 10-8 win for Team? Now, they're going into this round with a 2-point advantage for Team Crusher, who is going over to the blue corner right now because we're going to be switching sides for every round to make sure we have a fair playing field for both teams since this is the latest stages of the tournament. So let's find out whether or not How Do You Win, the great, a very good team, a very good new team that's rising up the ranks to see whether or not they can actually come back from a 2-point deficit to win this next round and entirely win the game and continue their journey in this year's Youth Cup. A very good afternoon to everyone here at this year's Digital Wonderland. Welcome to our HADO Air Dodgeball booth, where we are showcasing a brand new non-sedentary sport, an eSport, that combines both e-gaming and physical exercise at the same time. It's true. Now you can immerse yourself in the world of HADO gaming, a world of e-gaming, digital enhancements in a game, and of course at the same time working out your body and burning those calories all in one go. With HADO, you get a chance to not only exercise yourself, but you also get a chance to enjoy some fun in this HADO world that was created in Japan. And of course, well, from what I've heard, the stories were that the owner in Japan, the creator of HADO, his vision was to become a superhero. And of course, being a superhero in this world as well, it's kind of impossible unless you've got real powers. But to make it possible for people or for children like him to have that dream of becoming a superhero, he created HADO, an AR dodgeball game where you can actually be a superhero in the game, shooting out fireballs from your hands and playing with other people, doing all sorts of moves and getting yourself in a whole new environment. Of course, this AR digital environment that you can immerse yourself in and having fun at the same time. Now, we've been having HADO for quite a couple of years right now, and last year was the first time that we actually had a team sent to the HADO World Cup finals in Japan, representing the nation and doing a pretty good job at that. That's true. We've got our first champion ever from last year, BTG, right now also in this year's tournament, and they did a great job representing the nation last December in the HADO World Cup finals in Japan as well. And this time around, we will be having our World Cup qualifiers sometime around November. And of course, November, right? I think between October and November, our World Cup qualifiers to find out who will be the next Singapore national champion team that will be sent to Japan to represent us this year at the World Cup finals in December 2019. Now, as a champions, well, they get sponsored to go all the way to Japan, all expenses paid for, everything taken care of. All they had to do was just play HADO in Japan and represent the nation. So this year, the Youth Cup, first ever inaugural Youth Cup, where we get youths between the age of 13 to 25 to form groups of threes to take part in this championship trophy, where we will crown a Youth Cup champion, and one of whom will actually represent us in the upcoming Singapore-Malaysia League competition that's going to be held in June and August. Now, the top 3 teams in this year's Youth Cup finals will be representing the country in the upcoming Singapore-Malaysia League competition that will be held in June in Putrajaya, KL, and of course back for a home return leg in the Sports Hub in August. And of course, it's an all or nothing challenge where either the Malaysian team or the Singapore team will win everything and bring it home to the respective nations, and of course take pride in being this year's SG Malaysia League Open champion. Now we're waiting for our place to be ready, because right now we've got the next matchup in the losers bracket between How Do You Win in the red corner against Team Crusher in the blue corner. And both teams are ready to go. It's all set. And on they go. We've got How Do You Win in the red corner, and of course in the blue corner we've got Team Crusher. And they're into round number 2 with Team Crusher taking home the win in the first round, which I believe is a 4-point lead, a 3-point lead, a 2-point lead over How Do You Win. So 2 points very easily overcome. And right now both teams are doing a great job by having 2 points apiece with just 1 minute left on the board. Now, Team How Do You Win is using a lot of their physical movements to try and dodge all the balls, but right now they only have managed to reduce. Now it's a tie. They have now tied up the score. How Do You Win with 4 points and 5 points on the board. Now How Do You Win now with a 2-point lead over Team Crusher. The tables have turned. Instead of Team Crusher having a 2-point lead, now it's How Do You Win with a 2-point lead with just 35 seconds left in the game. Can they maintain that lead, or will they crumble and fall and give in to Team Crusher? Now it's back. It's now down to 1-point lead in favor of Team How Do You Win. We're now tied again. Oh no, we're not tied. They are still a 1-point lead for Team How Do You Win, because now the score is 9-6. It was a 2-point difference. How Do You Win is in the lead with a 1-point difference. Can they maintain, or Team Crusher needs to score 1 more point to tie it up? Can they do it in the last 5 seconds, or will How Do You Win take home the win? They're all over the place. They're scrambling down. Will they take the win? And they just took the win with a 2-point. We're now tied again. Oh no, we're not tied. They are still a 1-point lead for Team How Do You Win, because now the score is 9-6. It was a 2-point difference. How Do You Win is in the lead with a 1-point difference. Can they maintain, or Team Crusher needs to score 1 more point to tie it up? Can they do it in the last 5 seconds, or will How Do You Win take home the win? They're all over the place. They're scrambling down. Will they take the win? And they just making them overall winner and moving on to the next step. Guys, come here. How Do You Win? Let's give Team Crusher a big round of applause, everyone. Let's give a big hand to Team Crusher. Team Crusher, come on over. I want to talk to you guys, and of course, come here, buddy. Come. I guess your name must be Deshaun. Hi, Deshaun. Nice to meet you. O-levels this year, right? I see, I'm very clever. Now, Deshaun, you guys are together with the team. You guys are part of the national dodgeball team, right? Come here. One more play, come here. You guys did a good job. I need to let everybody know that you guys did a fantastic job. It was so close. Towards the end, what happened? I need to know what happened. Do you guys keep track of the score that was in the game? Do you know what's happening? Do you guys realize that you were actually falling behind by 2 points? So what was it that made it so hard to beat these guys?
I think it's more of the technical gameplay.
Technical gameplay, because you guys being dodgeball players, you guys are used to the real thing coming at you, right? So it's a bit tough to adjust to something not really coming at you and just seeing it on the screen. So is it much of a difference between the 2 games, AR dodgeball and dodgeball?
Yeah, there's a lot of difference because for AR you can actually spam your bullet, but for the actual dodgeball you only can throw 1 at a time.
There's still time to think in dodgeball. There's still time to think and recover. You know what? You guys did great. Let's give a big round of applause to Team Crusher, everybody. Great job. Our dodgeball boys from the national dodgeball team. Great job. And of course, How Do You Win? Come here. How Do You Win? Come here. You guys, these guys are giving every team a run for their money. They gave the current Singapore champion a scare just now, and right now they overcome the odds to win again and go on to the next round. You guys are a whole new team from last year when I saw you, and this time around you guys are really getting into it. You guys have your eyes set on the prize. How do you feel right now? Really, how do you feel? You guys think you guys did better than last year?
Yeah.
That's all?
Very nervous.
Nervous, huh? So I think you guys are tired because this is one of the most hardworking teams I've seen. Every game, after that they will sit down, they were like, oh, cram. Bola, yeah. You guys did a good job. You guys deserve a break. Thank you guys so much. Big round of applause to How Do You Win, people. They're going to move on to the next stage. And we're down to our final losers bracket game in round 2. And we have the Fasting Monkeys from the National Dodgeball team on the blue corner. And we have Team NWO in the red corner. Now both teams with everything on the line because the winner will move on while the losing team will have to bid farewell to their journey in this year's Youth Cup. So let's see what they're gonna do in the next 2 rounds of 80 seconds. And of course, rules still apply. 80 seconds, 2 rounds. Team with the most points in both rounds will take home the win. So let's see who's gonna take it home. We've got the red team, Team NWO, made up of schoolmates. And of course, we've got the National Dodgeball team members together in a group, and they call themselves Fasting Monkeys in the blue corner. Now we're getting closer to 3 p.m. Of course, for those of you just joining us, hi guys, thank you for coming and joining us for this year's Youth Cup finals that we're having here. Now this is the first ever Youth Cup that we're having for all the youths aged between 13 to 25, and it's not going to be the last. In fact, next time around, if you are between the age of 13 to 25, sign up for our next Youth Cup, and you might stand a chance to go against all these amazing teams and maybe win prizes of up to almost $10,000 worth of cash and other assorted prizes as well. Now we want to thank EXA for being our main sponsor for this year's tournament. And of course, we want to thank IMDA for having us here at this year's Digital Wonderland. It's a great place to be, Bill. Look around you. We've got so many things to do. You've got so many technological advancements in Singapore right now that's on display that brings us forward to being a more technological savvy nation. And of course, we've got HADO, a brand new non-sedentary sport that is right now going through a fantastic tournament. And now we're going to start the game. Round one. Here we go. NWO in the red corner against Fasting Monkeys in the blue corner. Last chance for both teams to move on to the next stage of the tournament. There you go. First round of 80 seconds. Now, for those of you watching out there, the objective of the game is to get points by shooting your dodgeball to the target that is in front of your opponent. Now, you can see the petals in front of the opponent. These are their targets. 4 petal flower. If you can shoot all 4 petals down, that's 1 point for your team. And of course, right now, Team NWO is on the losing end as they are already giving in 3 free points to the other team. And of course, they have to keep shooting and just make sure that they get the points on the board as well, because now Team Fasting Monkeys is doing a great job in getting 3 points on the board. But right now, Team NWO is answering back with another point of their own with just under 38 seconds left in the game. Is it going to be enough? Because right now, in the lead, Fasting Monkeys are leading 3 points to 1. We're moving on to the last 25 seconds. Fasting Monkeys now with a huge lead of 5 points to 1, 7 points to 1, taking home a fantastic lead right now, up to almost 5 points in the last 15 seconds. And can they take the win, or will they reduce the deficit and go into game number 2, round number 2, where it's just a slight margin win for themselves? It's now a 4-point difference, 2-point difference between both teams, and game over. First round, Fasting Monkeys with a 10-7 win over NW. 5 points to 1, 7 points to 1, taking home a fantastic lead right now, up to almost 5 points in the last 15 seconds. And can they take the win, or will they reduce the deficit and go into game number 2, round number 2, where it's just a slight margin win for themselves? It's now a 4-point difference, 2-point difference between both teams, and game over. First round, Fasting Monkeys. We're going into round number 2 of this last losers pool second round playoffs, and of course a winner will continue to round number 3 in the losers players pool, and of course they will have another chance to go closer to going up to the winners bracket and probably making their way further towards the semifinals as well. So right now we have in the red corner, we've got Team Fasting Monkeys in the lead with 3 points ahead of the blue team NWO, who is now behind with a deficit of 3. So they have to win the next round by 4 points in order to take this game and move on to the next level. If not, Fasting Monkeys will have their break and go through as well. Now, Fasting Monkeys doing a great job so far. They've done more than they expected. Of course, they've progressed really far in the tournament. Let's see whether or not they can continue their journey further, or will NW put a stop to their dreams, put a stop to their pipeline, and of course, make sure that they not give an easy time for this team to go through as well. So let's find out in a couple of seconds from now. While they're getting ready, we are going for the second and final round of this matchup between Team NWO in the blue corner and, of course, Fasting Monkeys in the red corner. Just the 3-point difference between both teams. Both teams are ready. We are going to be starting in about 5 seconds. Once they're ready, we're good to go. Here we go. Round number 2. Fasting Monkeys with a 3-point lead in the red corner against NWO in the blue corner. Now, can they catch up? All the Fasting Monkeys have an easy path round off to the next round. Now, both teams trying to get as many points as possible. Now, they're going in for the kill. Now, with a point right now for Fasting Monkeys. They've got 1 point immediately on the start. And, of course, a quick reply by NWO with another point of their own. But they still have to catch up to that 3-point deficit that they're facing right now. So, NW has to score more points than the current point situation right now if they want to keep themselves in the game. So it's still tied at 1 point apiece with 50 seconds left in the game. But Fasting Monkeys, another point to their tally, and of course another point to NWO, still making it a 3-point difference between the two teams. Now Fasting Monkey with another point on the scoreboard, making them take the lead with a 4-point advantage over NWO, who seems to not be replying right now with any points of their own. So it's going to be now a 5-point lead, cutting down to a 4-point lead, back to a 5-point lead. Team Fasting Monkeys taking the lead. It's now down to the last 15 seconds. They are now still the lead with 6 points. Can they take it home? Or will Team NW make a comeback? Because they are now trailing by 7 points with the last 5 seconds more to go. And it's going to be a win for the Fasting Monkeys. Great job with the Fasting Monkeys. They are now through to the next round. 5-point lead, cutting down to a 4-point lead, back to a 5-point lead. Team Fasting Monkeys taking the lead. It's now down to the last 15 seconds. They are now still the lead with 6 points. Can they take it home? Or will Team NW make a comeback? Because they are now trailing by 7 points with the last 5 seconds more to go. And it's going to be a win for the Fasting Monkeys. Great job with the Fasting Monkeys. Now, you guys, one step at a time, you guys are getting closer and closer. Yeah. Better than what you expected. You guys have performed so far?
Yeah, it's definitely a surprise. We just came in, we're just gonna like put our shields up and just go, guys. Yeah, she's already shaking. One of my teammates, she's already shaking. Yeah, so. Yeah,
let her take her rest because she's fasting today, I know. So take a rest. You guys need to have all your energy ready for the next round because, let's see, you're going to be facing off against a really fast team. How do you win? Now, these boys have a countless amount of energy, and they are now ready to play.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they cramp up too easily. So
great job. Now, good luck to you guys, Fasting Monkeys. Let's give a big hand to Fasting Monkeys, everyone. Great job. All of them are through to the next round, and we are gonna start the next round in a short while. So for those of you who are here, please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna continue with the Youth Cup in a few moments from now. But as of right now, if they want to get the first point on the board, they've got the first point right now. 1 point with the in the next 65 seconds. Can they last? But of course, right now at the same time, Team U responds with another point of their own. Now, will the points stay, or will each team actually get more points to take a bigger advantage over the other going to round number 2? Now, 2 points apiece. 50 seconds more. Right now, Team U suddenly taking the big lead with 2 points ahead of Team Happy Koalas with just 40 seconds left in the game. Can they maintain their lead? Increasing the lead to a 4-point lead in the next 35 seconds. But of course, Team Happy Koalas, being a team with experience, they know when to strike. They have narrowed it down to 1 point only. Can they get 1 more point to make it a tie and go into overtime, or will they take the lead right now? As they've shown you back in the game, we have a 3 Happy Koalas taking a 3-point lead with just 15 seconds left in the game. Now they're up to 10 points to 7, 3-point difference. Anything can happen in the last 10 seconds. Can they hold on, or will Team U get some more points towards the last 5 seconds to bring the gap closer? But we're not going to see that happen. Big win for Happy Koalas in the red corner. Now, first round, 13 points to 8, which means they won by 5 points. So going into round number 2, they have a 5-point lead. So Team U, in order to win, they have to win by 6 points in the second round. If not, they'll take home the win and move on to the next level. So let's just get ready. They're going to switch sides. To be fair, to give them a fair playing field, they're going to switch sides right now and go into round number 2, where one team will move on And of course, one team, the losing team, will have to go down to the loser's pool to have another last try at going back up again. So we're gonna see whether they're ready, because right now we've got Team Uwu in the blue corner and Team 3 Happy Koalas in the red corner right now with a lead of 5 points. But as you might have noticed earlier on, if you were here the whole day through, now we've got teams that won the first round but lost the second round by a very narrow margin. Now that happened pretty much a lot of times just now early on in the day. So let's see whether or not they can maintain their 5-point lead, or will Team Uwu from IT College West come back up and score a 6-point victory to take home this game. Now, as they're getting ready, for those who just came now, welcome down to AR Dodgeball, brought to you by HADO. Difference between AR Dodgeball and VR is that for VR, when you put on the visor, you will see a digital environment. Everything is digitalized. Right? It's not real. Right? Everything is in the digital environment. For AR, you will actually see everything here. The real physical environment together with the digital elements going in. So thus AR Dodgeball. You will see everything, including the players, but at the same time, you'll also see the dodgeballs coming out. That's the digital element in AR, which is why it makes it different from VR. And something that you can actually enjoy with your friends or family, because not only does it allow you to immerse yourself in an e-game, e-sport, but this is actually physical exercise at its best as well. The guys are just moving around, just dodging the balls, throwing dodgeballs at each other and trying their best to avoid, and at the same time, working up a sweat and burning some calories as well. Now, if you're interested to try and give it a go, well, you can look at the crowd over there. They're all waiting for their turn to have a go at our open arena over there, where you can actually try for absolutely free, just for this amazing fair that we have here, brought to you by IMDA and of course this year's SG Digital Wonderland in Suntec City. Now we're getting ready for the second round game between Team Uwu in the red corner playing against Team 3 Happy Koalas in the blue corner. Now in case you missed out the first round, this team on my right, they are in the lead with 5 points. Right? So in order for this team on my left to win, they have to win this round by 6 points. Right? Teams with the total number of points amassed will move on. And of course, Team Uwu, first defeat yet. Right? They have yet to lose a game, so let's see whether or not they can make a comeback in this round against the 3 Happy Koalas, last year's second runner-up in the Singapore World Cup qualifiers. Right? It's true, people. We have a HADO World Cup, and this year it's going to be held in Japan. Last year we sent a team to Japan. They did pretty well, and of course this year we're going to find another champion in October and November and send them up to Japan for free to represent the nation in this year's World Cup as well. So they're going to get ready. I'm going to get myself positioned in my first class seat. Pay $10, no, see here. And wait for them to get ready, because we're going into round number 2 of the top 8 teams still left in the tournament. Hang on, we're not ready yet because there's one more player still not with the visor up on top. Alright, so once you're ready, we're going to start round number 2, an 80-second round with the red team, Team Uwu, going in at a 5-point deficit. That's true. They are trailing behind by 5 points, and all they need to do is just score as many points as possible to either close the gap and take the win by winning the next round with 6 points. And I believe Team Uwu in the red corner is ready. Team Uwu, you good? Give me a thumbs up. Team Uwu, fantastic. Now these are our friends from IT College West. They have a HADO CCA set up for them, and this is the first foray into the tournament And right now, they want to see how far they can go all the way up to the top spot in this year's Youth Cup. And they've got a tough adversary right now to face. It's none other than the three happy koalas in the blue corner, who are the current and second runner-up in last year's World Cup Championship as well. So let's see whether or not both teams can do well to confirm that spot in finals before going into the top four as well. So here we go. Both teams ready. Three happy koalas, you good? Thumbs up, good. All right, Team Uwu, you good? Let's go, let's get it. Here we go, round number 2. The deciding match to see which team moves on to the next round. Here we go. We've got Team Uwu in the red corner, trailing behind by 5 points. Starting off the match, they got 1 point, 2 points to the score, cutting it to only 3 points, which is a good thing for them because they need to cut down that deficit in order to start getting themselves back in the game. Now, 3 points as well because Team Happy Koala is now back on the scoreboard with 2 points of their own. It's just a 4-point deficit with under 54 seconds left to go. It's a tie right now with both teams having 3 points on the scoreboard, making it still a hard time for Team Uwu to go up on top unless they can get 5 more points right now in this game. It seems that Team Happy Koalas are showing off their experience. They know what they're doing. Tournaments as well, and they are surging ahead with another 3 to the board. Now, of course, right now leading at 6-4, adding on to that 5-point lead or 4-point lead that they had in the first round. They are still in Team Uwu, who are trailing by more than 7 points right now. So down to the last 15 seconds. Can Team Uwu catch up? Team Happy three Happy Koalas take the win in the second round and go on to the next bracket semi-final because it's clear cut as who's going to take it home. A major big win for Team Happy Koalas. Congratulations, 3 Happy Koalas. Wow. Winning, who are trailing by more than 7 points right now. So down to the last 15 seconds. Can Team Uwu catch up? Team Happy three Happy Koalas take the win in the second round and go on to the next bracket semi-final because it's clear cut as who's going to take it home. A major big win for Team Happy Koalas. Congratulations, 3 Happy. Through to the semi-finals in the upper bracket. Now, up next, we're gonna bring up the current champions, BTG, playing against IT College West team, the Cyber Hunters, right now in the next semi-final playoff in the upper bracket. Now, let's get them up on stage because we got Team BTG playing against Cyber Hunter right now, and winning team will move on and meet 3 Happy Koalas in the semi-finals of the upper bracket as well. Once you're in the semi-finals, it's going to be the best of 3 rounds, so the best points are matched in 3 rounds rather than 2 rounds that we're having right now in the third round bracket of the upper bracket. Third round bracket. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. Now, of course, since Team Uwu has just suffered their first defeat, they're not going to be out of the tournament as of yet. In fact, we're going to let them have one more chance in the lower bracket. As you can see, they've gone down to the lower bracket in the losers round 4, where they have that one final chance, one final opportunity to move and mow their way up top to go to the finals. And of course, they will be playing against the winner of Fasting Monkeys and HADO Youth Win, our losers pool in the third round. So we're going to be finding out who's going to go up in a short while, but let's bring up BTG in the red corner, playing against Cyber Hunter in the blue corner. In fact, BTG is moving on to the blue corner while Cyber Hunter will be going to the red corner, and they're going to be playing a 2-ticket round to determine who's going to move on to the next stage, the semi-finals, to face the 3 Happy Koalas. Now, as you can see, we've got our current champions in the blue corner, BTG. They represented the nation last year in Japan in the HADO World Cup. And now they're back again to defend their title, to fortify their mark in the HADO scene. And of course, they actually went through a pretty big scare early on when they almost lost to HADO Youth Win in a very tight matchup. So let's see whether or not they're back to their own self, because we know how good this boys can be. But at the same time, we're not going to discount the Cyber Hunters, because the Cyber Hunters did a great job of rising up from the losers bracket all the way going up. Actually winning all their brackets in the upper bracket and not relenting at all, and giving them a chance right now to move forward and maybe facing the 3 Happy Monkeys in the semi-finals. Now, I'm not going to do any more predictions, because we have to wait till the final second to find out who's going to qualify for the upper bracket semi-finals after these 2 80-second rounds. All right, let's do a final check. Team Cyber Hunter, if you are ready, give me a thumbs up. Cyber Hunter, ready? BTG, ready? Audience, ready? We're gonna start round 1, upper bracket round 4, first round, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We've got the current champs in the blue corner playing against the undefeated Cyber Hunter team in the red corner. It's a fast-paced game. Now you can see BTG in the blue corner getting their first point. You can see experience speaks for itself. Now they are facing Cyber Hunter, who also has got a point on the scoreboard of their own. BTG is not going to relent. They've learned from the early lesson. They're not going to be relenting so fast. They want to get as many points as possible to solidify and fortify that spot in the next round. Right now, they're in the lead 6 points to 1 with 50 seconds left in the game. Now, a great job by BTG moving around, rotating their positions and getting their shots off. Because right now, they have a 7-point lead over Cyber Hunter's 2 points. But of course, there's still a lot of time left. There is still 30 seconds left in the game in order for Cyber Hunter to catch up to that 6-point deficit that they're facing right now. Down to a 7-point deficit to 6 points. Last 18 seconds. Can Cyber Hunter do a comeback, or can BTG hold out? Now it's up to 8 points in the last 10 seconds. Right now, last 5 seconds, 13 to 6, 14 to 6, and a big win for BTG with a 9-point lead over Team Owu. Now, as you can see, they're back. The champions are back. They got points. Last 18 seconds. Can Cyber Hunter do a comeback, or can BTG hold out? Now it's up to 8 points in the last 10 seconds. Right now, last 5 seconds, 13 to 6, 14 to 6, and a big win for BTG with and taking home that overall win at the end of it. So let's see whether or not Cyber Hunter can take home that win and make a fantastic comeback, a fairy tale story come true in the second round by maybe beating BTG in their own game. But BTG, a champion to be reckoned with, a force to be reckoned with. You can see the experience that they played via their gameplay, taking all advantage of all the whole area, the 10x10 play area, and going up high and low in order to not get themselves shut down by the opposing team. Now, let's see whether or not they can maintain that 9-point lead, or can Team Cyber Hunter be the first IT team to move on to the next round and beating the odds to get a maybe 10-point win over BTG. Let's find out. So right now, from experience, actually, we've seen BTG and Team Cyber Hunter play a lot. So there's a lot of different styles of play, isn't there, Isabel?
Yes, there are.
Like, for example, like what do you see very often the strategy that BTG uses?
I don't know their strategy because they don't tell me their strategy.
I can see, right?
Oh, yeah, okay, you can see that. Okay, so Daniel actually used to play behind, but now you can see he's playing in front. So that's something different from me, because last year he used to play back all the time. Right, Daniel?
Yeah, it's true. No, he's at the back, but Daniel is, he moves forward a bit more because he realized that, he's a major target for the opponent team. As he told me earlier on the previous game against HADO Youth Win, he was the target, so he has to move a bit more to the front to get away from all those shots.
Yeah, and like he used to play really relaxed, so now you can see him jumping around a lot more. Yeah.
All that after the World Cup in Japan.
Yeah, after the World Cup. I think they picked up a lot in Japan, so that's really good.
So, and of course, from their gear alone, they know that, since they have to jump beyond the floor, they got to keep their knees protected. So they've got knee guards, knee pads ready to actually move around and get on the floor, get all the way down, even if possible.
Yes.
Of course, our team from Cyber Hunters, the IT team, to go so far, they've done a great job so far, don't you think?
Yeah, I think the ITE teams have actually really done very well, and for the rest of the teams as well. There are teams that just came yesterday and then they decided, why not just join the competition, right? You can stand a chance to win some money, and they were like, yeah, and now you see some of them are in the top 8. So I think that's quite fantastic.
It's true. Now let's see whether or not Cyber Hunter can give BTG a run for their money, because we are going to round number 2 with BTG leading from the first round 9 points. Ready? Players ready? GM's ready? Audience ready? Let's get it. Round number 2 in this upper bracket round 4 matchup. Now, red team, BTG, current champs, leading with a 9-point advantage, while the new team for this year's tournament, team Cyber Hunter from IT College West in the blue corner, to put their name on well by trying their best to beat BTG, our current champ. Now, BTG doing a great job, going up to 3 points, but instantly answered by Cyber Hunter, another 3 points to them as well, making it a tie, which means they are still trailing by 9 points. Now, great job by Cyber Hunter. They managed to get 2 more points up on the board, reducing that gap to just only 7 points with 40 seconds left in the game. Can they reduce that, or will BTG not give them space to take home this round victory? It's now to a tie. Both teams players are all over the floor. They're running all around the 10 by 10 meter playing field, and BTG is now stopped to actually get as many points as possible to add on to the 9-point lead in the first round. Look at that, even lying on the floor. That's what it's for you. And right now BTG has a 4-point lead, 4 plus 9 points from the first round, giving them a total of 12 points. And now down to 13 points lead ahead of team. Can they make it the last 4 seconds? 3 points ahead, plus 9, 12 points, and game over. Off to the semifinals, our current. And right now BTG has a 4-point lead, 4 plus 9 points from the first round, giving them a total of 12 points. And now down to 13 points lead ahead of team. Can they make it the last 4 seconds? 3 points ahead, plus 9, 12 points, and game over. I've seen this matchup too many times already. I've seen this game played, and we have a former guest member in the house, huh? And this year she retired already, retired guest player already, retired now. So we're gonna watch them in a short while, but right now we're gonna go down to the lower brackets where we have Fasting Monkeys playing against HADO You Win in the lower bracket. Now both teams in the lower bracket, they've already played some games. They won some, they lost some. They're down in the lower brackets. Now they're trying to climb their way back up top. So this is their final chance to continue the tournament, or else they have to pack their bags and go home after this. So we got the Fasting Monkeys against the fast-paced young boys of HADO You Win in the red corner. But of course, Fasting Monkeys players, part of the national dodgeball team taking part in HADO, they have a bit of dodgeball experience in their blood, so it's not going to be an issue for them. But can they beat the fast-paced, really full of energy boys from HADO You Win in this round? Now let's wait and see, because we've got Fasting Monkeys in the blue corner playing against HADO You Win in the red corner. 2 rounds, 80 seconds, most points with. So right now, Isabel, we have speed against experience. Speed, that being of HADO You Win, and experience in the form of the Singapore national dodgeball team players here at Fasting Monkey. So which one do you think is better, speed or experience?
Actually, I think both teams have kind of the same speed and experience, I would say. Because for dodgeball, you still need speed, right? Because you need to dodge the ball. Yeah, but both teams have actually competed in the qualifier. So yeah.
True. Let's find out whether or not speed or experience can take the win in this round. So we're gonna switch. Hang on. We're gonna do a final check to one of the players from Fasting Monkeys. And yeah, like what you said earlier on, Isabel, they've got speed and also experience as well. But of course, both teams here are in the qualifier. So let's see who has more speed and more experience right now. Here we go. Round one. First lower bracket between How Do You Win in the red corner and Fasting Monkeys in the blue corner. 80 seconds, most points win. First round. Both teams right now just measuring each other up and trying to get that first point on the board. How Do You Win doing a great job in preventing themselves from being hit. And right now, it seems that Fasting Monkey has the first point on the board. Quickly answered by How Do You Win with another point to their score, making them take the lead right now. 2 points to 1 in 50 seconds. Now both teams adding another point to their score, making it a 3-2 in favor of How Do You Win. Now, 30 seconds. Can How Do You Win hold on to that lead right now, because they've increased that lead to 2 points on top of Fasting Monkeys 4 points. Oh, now they narrow down the lead to just a point difference. It's now a tie with just half a minute more left in the game. Now, both teams need to win this in order to move on to the next round. So they need to get as much points as they can from the first round amassed so that they can take the lead and continue on to round number 2 without worrying about having to play catch up. Now, it seems that Fasting Monkey has done a quick turnabout. They now are in the lead, 3 points ahead of How Do You Win, 6 points with just 10 seconds more to go. Oh, it's a really close match. You don't know who's going to win till the last second, because How Do You Win can get the final point and get them into a final draw. It's going to be a tie and draw. Hold on, don't move. They are going to a sudden death situation. First team to score a point will take this win right now. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. First team to score a point will win. Is it going to be and win? How Do You Win with that last minute point, sudden death point, and get them into a final draw. It's going to be a tie and draw. Hold on, don't move. They are going to a sudden death situation. First team to score a point will take this win right now. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. First team to score a point will win. Is it going to be and win? At the moment. Now, will they be able to break that curse, or will they succumb to it as well? As we switch sides right now. How Do You Win? Great job. They took the lead at one point in time by 2 points, and eventually last 5 seconds played a big factor. Now, like I mentioned earlier on, don't count your chickens till they hatch, because up to the final moment, you can go into a sudden death, sudden tie situation like this. And of course, first point, fastest point went to How Do You Win. Now, well, both speed and experience equally matched up.
I feel like they are equally matched up. I mean, clearly they are, considering they ended in overtime. So I don't know, man, and it can really go both ways. It might go to a third round. I believe it will actually.
Yeah, I feel that this might go for another third round as well, because both teams are equally matched. I've seen both teams since last year. How Do You Win came as a young team last year. They have improved by leaps and bounds right now. Fasting Monkey even more, because last year, I think when they took part in the World Cup qualifiers, they only played like 1-2 games, then they had to leave because they lost, right? But now they're all the way. By now, they usually should be at home. Fasting Monkey, it's true, I'm not kidding. But they are still in the competition right now. It's true, right? By now, usually at home already, right? See? But now they're still in the game, still in the tournament. Look at how much they have improved. And now they're going to give HADO You Win a run for their money, because it is just a 1 point difference, people. 1 point. Very easily turned around. So how do you win? Well, though they might win the first round, they have to worry about the comeback in round 2 by Fasting Monkey. Now, Isabel, your thoughts this round? Who's going to win? Prediction.
I want to say Fasting Monkeys because I want to see a third round, and then I know that means it will go into overtime again this round. So I think that will be very exciting. So yeah, I'm gonna say Fasting Monkeys.
All right. That's one vote for Fasting Monkeys. Let's see. Let's find out from the audience, guys. I want you guys to help the teams playing right now. Let's give them some support. Who think Fasting Monkeys is going to take this round? Make some noise, people. Who? All right. Who thinks How Do You Win will maintain their composure and win this round and move on? Make some noise. Okay lah, equal. All right. You know who's the overall winner? Me, because I'm sitting down. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Round number 2. Exciting matchup between Fasting Monkeys in the red corner against How Do You Win in the blue corner with just 1 point difference. Going to round number 2. 80 seconds. Here we go. Right off the bat, both teams with their shields out trying to get their spaces so that they can actually focus on getting their points scored. And Fasting Monkey not wasting any more time, getting their first 2 points on the board right now. They are in the lead with a 1 point lead, 2 point lead with 60 seconds left in the game. Now, can they hold on or will How Do You Win make a quick turnaround like what they did early on in the first game? Now, a 4 point lead in favor of Fasting Monkeys. Let's reduce it. Now they are in the lead with 3 points. Up rate of How Do You Win? But the boys from How Do You Win, well, you never know. A quick come. They've got tons of energy in their legs, and as you can see, they're moving on. But How Do You Win has yet to score 1 point. 1 point on the board with less half a minute more. But Fasting Monkeys is all way up ahead with a 5 point lead. Can they hold on, or will they succumb to How Do You Win's energy level, which is now, I can see, pretty much depleting with the last 90 seconds. In the lead, Fasting Monkeys with a 7 point lead with just 30 seconds, 6 point lead. Anything can happen last 10 seconds. Will it be a turnaround comeback by Fasting Monkeys, or will How Do You Win take it? Wow, 4 point difference, getting closer, and it's over. It's over. The curse is back. Last 90 seconds. In the lead, Fasting Monkeys with a 7 point lead with just 30 seconds, 6 point lead. Anything can happen last 10 seconds. Will it be a turnaround comeback by Fasting Monkeys, or will How Do You Win take it? Wow, 4 point difference, getting closer, and it's over. Losers bracket. Oh, their journey's over. Let's give a big applause to How Do You Win. They did a great job. And of course, he just ran out of gas in the last second round. What happened, guys? You guys went too tired, huh? All right, I'm gonna talk to them before they actually take their leave. I forgot that this was the losers bracket actually. So you guys played well. You guys played hard. You guys did better than last year. You guys put a lot of heart into it. I want you guys to give them a round of applause. They put a lot of heart. These are the boys that are the future of HADO Dodgeball. And of course, still a long way to go. But what happened in the second round? What happened?
I guess you're tired.
Tired, I know. You guys are one of the most energetic teams around, and to lose out like that in the last round, I mean, what an exit, but what a game you guys showed us. They gave us a fantastic round. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Thank you so much. How do you win, guys? I want to see you back in the next tournament. And Fasting Monkeys, come here, come here. Wow. As I mentioned earlier on, the curse is alive. Huh? First round, lose by 1 point. Second round, show win. That's what happened. And last year, at this time, they're already at home. Because already lose early. Yeah? But now, Fasting Monkeys, new tactic. You guys did so well second round. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, it's so exhilarating right now because we didn't expect to come this far, even though we're in the losers bracket. But yeah, thanks.
Very far actually. Getting closer now, you guys. Getting closer. And yes, semis. The losers pool semis. Just 2 more games before you get to go to the finals. That means money already. Alhamdulillah. Berkat. I mean, lucky you fasting, huh? All right. So, are you still feeling energetic?
Oh yeah, totally. I went to pray just now and then the room smelled like otak-otak. So I'm like, yeah, fired up, man.
Here we go, people. Let's give a big hand to Fasting Monkeys. Moving on to the next round. And we're down to the last loser bracket game between Citizens in the blue corner against Leftovers, the other national dodgeball team players in the red corner. Now, we've got one dodgeball team from the Singapore National Dodgeball Team already moving up. Will we get another one, or will they seek revenge and go up to meet their very own IT friends in the next game, right? So let's find out whether Citizens or Leftovers will take this win. 2 rounds, 80 seconds, most points win. Players ready. All right, here we go. We're getting ready for both teams to be ready in the playing field. I think they're both ready. Here we go. First round of this next losers bracket pool between Team Citizens in the blue corner and Team Leftovers in the red corner. 82nd most points win. Now, right off the bat, we've got 1 point for each team, making it a really tight, close game because both teams are actually just checking each other out. How the other team actually will be going. I see that Leftovers, pretty good job of using all the space around them, using all the different levels and getting that 3 points right now on the board. Now doing a great job. And also we've got our Team Citizens just moving around, make sure that their mobility will disarray and not allow the team to score another point. Because now it's just a 1 point difference between Leftovers and Citizens. And for the next 40 seconds, we want to see which team can hold out or even score more points to take this first round win for this losers pool bracket. Score starts in now. Right now, Citizens have gotten that point up, making it between both teams with just under 20 seconds more to go. And right now, both teams coming up with all staff because we're down into the final 16 seconds with Citizens taking the lead for the first time. And Leftovers 1 point trailing behind. Last chance against Citizens with another point up ahead. Then now 2 points up ahead. Can Leftovers come back? 2 more points, or will Citizens take it home with the last 3 seconds at the last moment? Win for Citizens with 7 points to 4. Wow. 16 seconds with Citizens taking the lead for the first time. And Leftovers 1 point trailing behind. Last chance against Citizens with another point up ahead. Then now 2 points up ahead. Can Leftovers come back? 2 more points, or will Citizens take it home with the last 3 seconds at the last moment? Win for Citizens. Energy and 3 points now in favor of Team Citizens. Now, 3 points, not much of a difference. As you can see earlier on, we had a 1 point difference. Eventually, Team Fasting Monkey won by 8 points. So it's possible for them to make a comeback. They're going to be switching sides right now. Citizens will be going to the red corner while Leftovers will be moving on to the blue corner with a 3 point deficit. And as I mentioned earlier on, it's possible for them to come back from a 3 point down, maybe winning it by 4 points or more. Now, for those of you who just came, welcome down. Very good afternoon or very good evening. It's now 35 minutes past 4 p.m. We are in the midst of our top 8 teams for this year's Youth Cup Championship. Now, we had a total of 35 teams, all between yesterday and today, playing many games to get to this stage, and we have only 8 left. Now, all of them are vying for the top spot of Youth Cup champion. And of course, this year's first place winner will go home with $1,500 in cash and 3 Apple Watches for each member. Now, an Apple Watch each, it's true. $1,500 in cash and 3 Apple Watches to their name. And also, represent the nation in the upcoming Singapore-Malaysia HADO League competition in June and in August. Yep. Before that, and of course after that, we're going to be having our World Cup qualifiers to find out which team will be crowned Singapore champion and representing the nation in Japan in December. Now, last year we had Team BTG win the World Cup qualifiers in Singapore, sponsored all the way to play in Japan. They did a great job, and now they're back again to make sure that that title is not taken away from them. Now, we're going to check whether or not both teams are ready. We've got Team Citizens in the red corner, in the lead with 3 points, and Leftovers in the blue corner. Now, Isabel, prediction time. 3 point difference. Citizens doing a good job, but Leftovers also doing a pretty good job. Now, who do you think will have an edge this round?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like this one, I don't know, man. Because like watching both teams play, right? They kind of have similar style, I would say, but Leftovers is more calm, but Citizens are more. They look like they're in panic mode, but actually they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? You know those.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know. They're excited all the way to the last second. That's what made them win just now. So they were actually hyped up and really on their toes all the way to the final second. I kind of see Leftovers slowing down in the last seconds of the game, which is why they didn't manage to score many points, right?
Sorry, what do you say?
Team Leftovers, I saw them slowing down in the last 10 seconds of the game, which is why they didn't get to score that many points.
Yeah, I guess maybe because Citizens is slightly younger, so maybe they got more energy. I don't know. I'm not saying that Leftovers is old. I'm just saying that Citizens is younger. They have more teen like energy.
See, all these young people say that we all old people no energy, yeah? But I think we're ready. Let's find out whether they're ready. Players ready? Good job. All right, here we go. Second round. 3 point lead for Team Citizens in the red corner against Leftovers, who have to make a comeback this round in the blue corner. Here we go. Here we go. We've got both teams right now duking it out because only one team will move on while the other team will have to bid farewell and end their journey with us for this year's Youth Cup. And right now we've got Team Leftovers with the first point, narrowing the gap to just 2 points from Team Citizens. Now Citizens is going in this game with a 3-point lead, but with that 1 point on the board, they only have a 2-point advantage. Now Leftovers got another point and they are now down to a 1-point lead only. The red corner Citizens, but they're answering it back with another point of their own, making it a tie right now. Still taking home that 3-point lead, but now Leftovers with another point, making it another 2-point lead. Back again, this is now back to and fro from 1 point up to even points to 2 points up. Right now, Citizens have overtaken the lead and they have now 4 points up ahead of Team Leftovers. Now with 25 seconds more to go, will there be a turnaround by Team Leftovers or will Citizens take it home and go on to the next stage? 20 seconds more. Leftovers still trailing by 4 points. They have to get as many points as possible right now in the next 13 seconds because they are trailing behind by 5 points now. Citizens not easing in. They're moving up ahead with another 3 more points. They are now a 6-point lead. Up ahead for the last 3 seconds. 2 and 1 and winner, chicken dinner. Stage. 20 seconds more. Leftovers still trailing by 4 points. They have to get as many points as possible right now in the next 13 seconds because they are trailing behind by 5 points now. Citizens not easing in. They're moving up ahead with another 3 more points. They are now a 6-point lead. Up ahead for the last 3 seconds. 2 and 1 and winner. That was a hectic game, but you know, they managed to close up the gap. But probably you want to share us your experience today. How did it feel today to be part of the tournament? First time ever?
Yeah, this is my first tournament. It felt very exciting, and my team actually came out just to play for fun, and we didn't know we could make it this far. Yeah.
So fun business became serious business, huh? Because why? You guys did well. Great job. Thank you so much. Let's give a big round of applause to Team Leftovers, everyone. They have to end their journey in this year's Youth Cup. And of course, my friend here, very excited to take the mic away from me. Wait, you wait. You wait. Stand there, don't move. Now, you guys, success story because yesterday, this team in the Group B qualifying round, they didn't make it. So they went to Group C. They made it all the way. And this time around, you guys didn't relent. You guys made it all the way up. Now, you went from the top, you went down, then you went all the way up. And now you are getting closer and closer to the prize money. Who's the captain right now? I have to find out officially who's the captain. He's the captain. Captain top. Captain, spokesperson. I don't know. Captain, happy or not?
Very.
Very happy. Nervous or not?
Very.
Because now you're going to be facing teams that are slightly high in level already. So which is the one team that you are most afraid of right now?
BTG.
BTG. Wow. Wait, mixed opinions. He's afraid of BTG. He's afraid of Fasting Monkey. You are afraid of who?
I'd rather not have BTG.
Not have BTG, yeah? No, you never know because let's see whether or not you'll face them. But you guys are through. Let's give Citizens a big round of applause, everyone. Great job. Citizens, IT represent now. You got 2 teams still in the tournament. Wow. Now, all 3, huh? Oh, wow. So, look at the brackets right now. We're down to the top 6 teams. All right. One of which, okay, let's go 1, 2, 3, yeah? 1 team representing the Singapore national dodgeball team, Fasting Monkeys. Make some noise. 2 teams of friends, one of which is the current Singapore champion, BTG and Happy 3 Koalas. Let's give them a big hand, everybody. BTG and Happy 3 Koalas. And 3 ITE teams still in the tournament. Big applause for them as well. Oh,